George Salinas Injury Lawyers. This is KTFM Floresville, San Antonio's Sports Center.
Well, the Houston Texans opened up training camp, but are starting without running back Joe Mixon, who was placed on the non-football injury list to start camp. He's recovering from an ankle issue that sidelined him through the spring. Other news across camps, New York Giants head coach Brian Daboll, he named Russell Wilson as the starter going into camp. The others include Jameis Winston and first-round pick Jackson Dart. They'll be competing against him.
Sports Center brought to you by Synergenics. Book your appointment at fixmylowt.com.
Joe Reinagle.
That's the third time in 7 seasons. The San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Happy Hump Day, everybody. Hope you're having a great Wednesday afternoon. It is Hump Day.
Hump Day. Make the dogs bark.
I have already done that today, so it's not good. Dude, that's where we are on location today, and it is a very good day to be on location because we're out at Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit. It's out here in Selma, right off I-35. You can't miss it. And they're having a party out here today, Jason.
They are having a party out here, and I see a food truck out there. It's free. There's other
putting up
vendors.
Balloons.
Yeah, it's a party. You got to have balloons. There's dogs. There's some pickleball stuff going on as well. And did I mention free food?
Free food. You're going to have treats up. Bring your dog with you. They're encouraging you to bring your family dog. Bring them out here. They got free food for the dog as well.
Why is it got to be the family dog?
Well, it doesn't have to be. If you see one on the side of the road, bring that one.
Bring the neighbor's dog if your dog isn't worthy of coming out in public. But it is weird. There's a sign over there on a table that says, "My favorite people are dogs."
Yes. And
there's a bunch of goodie bags that I assume are for the dogs.
I agree with that, though, because dogs are much better people than people are.
And now you're starting to sound like grumpy-ass Greg Shelton.
I'm just saying, that's about the only thing he gets right.
Yeah, well, poor dogs don't have a choice. And he's got the best dog in the world, which makes no sense.
It makes absolutely no sense. It just goes to show you that dogs are angels in disguise, because if you can love Greg Shelton, you can love anybody, I guess.
I think that probably made sense in your head, right? At some point,
I'm talking about Josie.
Yeah. Something in there made sense in your head. What people heard, they're like, whoa, what the hell?
Well, that's typical. You've been around me enough now to know doing the show that things come out sometimes that make no sense to nobody but me.
There's about 3.5 hours of that every day.
Absolutely. That's possible.
The other 30 minutes we're in commercial.
We're going to have a good time out here today at Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit. Get on out here and join us. Again, free food. There's stuff for the dogs, and vendors out here as well. And it's just a cool place to be. If you're looking for a place to leave your dog, if you're going on vacation or whatever the case may be, or grooming, they do grooming here as well. Bring them out here. This is a great place.
It really is a great place. And I know when I was in Denver over July 4th weekend, Rob Thompson and his wife Kelly were on that trip. They left their dogs here at Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit. And from everything I heard, very happy with the stay. And look, I know it's been a couple years, since mine have passed and we're still dogless. But when you used to go out of town, making sure your dogs are taken care of is important. Now, Pledger has lost a lot of money since my dogs have left us. But when Pledger wasn't available, it was always that, what are you going to do? And you have to have a place to take them. And this is a fantastic place for it. And that's one of the things you could do here. Tour the facility.
Yeah.
Now, you say that it's almost like not almost like it's the doggy daycare, but like when you're taking your kids, where are you going to put them in daycare? You got to have that place you're comfortable with, and this is one of those places. And speaking of little kids, congratulations to one Joe Reinagle.
Who was speaking of little kids? I'm not sure, but
Joe Reinagle, for I don't know how many again, became a grandpa again this morning.
Again this morning.
The hell with Reinagle. Congratulations to Casey.
Yes, Casey and Steven. had a little girl today. They're second. Ash and Kaya Joe is the new addition.
Did you add the Joe, or did Casey actually name the kid?
She actually did that herself, and it kind of made me cry. I was very happy about that.
Yeah, because it is for you, right?
It is.
Okay, just check it.
At least my kids love me. I don't know if anybody else does or not, but my kids do.
Well, I mean that's true. But now, how many grandkids now?
Holy cow! Let me get I need a calculator.
I got
to go with this. And my kids are very frisky, apparently.
Well, they're just like their dad.
I guess so. Apparently, they just popping out kids, and I ask them if they know what's causing that.
Well,
they're very aware of it.
They are.
Yes.
Like I said, just like dad.
Holy cow!
Yes. I mean,
what is that? 6 now?
I don't know.
I'm trying to add it up in my head here,
dude. I can't. I can barely name all of your kids. In fact.
Well, the grandkids now overtook the kids.
Yes.
Because that's, I believe, 6. I'm going to have to count that up, but I believe 6. And only 5 kids.
The good news is you don't have to remember anything. Maggie will make sure they all get the proper gifts at Christmas and birthdays.
Yes, she will. Thank God for that.
You don't have to worry about anything. You probably don't even have to sign the card, do you?
No, not at all.
This is what drives me nuts with my wife. It's like, we're sending a card and she'll like, here, sign this. And I'm like, who's it for? And what's it for? And why? Just sign both our names. It doesn't matter. They're not going to call me to thank me. They're going to call you anyway.
Well, it's not that. My handwriting is awful.
Dude, all you're required to do is sign your name.
Well, exactly.
Love Joe.
They won't even know who the hell that is.
Well, that's it.
Signing that thing.
Well, do they all call you Grandpa?
Well, it depends. I've got 2 different names, and I don't know how this worked out. I got the 2 of the oldest ones call me Grandpa. The other ones call me Papa.
Papa.
Yeah. I always wanted to be called Poppy, but that never happened.
Well, I mean,
I was even down in Miami and say, hey, Poppy?
Well, you got to wait till they're drunk.
I guess so.
As long as they don't call you Daddy.
I don't know if that's bad either, is it? I mean,
well, yes, that would be bad for you. At this stage of your life, when somebody's calling you Daddy, that's a whole different thing. So, yeah.
Wow. Who's that?
Daddy.
Who are y'all?
Oh, good
Lord.
My!
It's gonna be a fun day out here at Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit. That's for sure. And again,
Pappy Joe.
Poppy. Come on out here and join us
today. Comments already on YouTube.
Yeah, I know. Our YouTube page, which you can go to and be a part of if you'd like. Just go to YouTube and hit San Antonio Sports Star. Like and subscribe to San Antonio Sports Star, our page, and you can get in on the conversation. There's always an interesting conversation on our YouTube page. That is for sure.
Absolutely. Now, one of the questions that I'm seeing on YouTube, and this is just because I need to help out my guy, James Pledger, Miss Becky wants to know if Pledge still dog sits. Yes, he does. Now, he's not cheap. And you have to have a fridge fully stocked with not only food, but alcoholic beverages. And none of it will be there when you get back. And I mentioned he's not cheap. But, yes, I'm speaking for James Pledger. He does dog sit still.
He does, and he's apparently very good at it.
He is very good at it.
Very good at it.
Yes,
so,
very good at it.
Yes. So give Pledge a call.
Miss Becky.
Miss Becky.
Yes.
It's good to have you back, by the way, Miss Becky. We're happy to see you back in the YouTube chat room. That's good.
It is good. And it's good to see Micah Parsons on the practice field in Oxnard, but not good to listen to what Micah Parsons has to say. He's gone from everything's going to work out to really being pissed off. And it's ugly. It got ugly yesterday. ESPN.com has a great article that is kind of inside of what it's like when you're going through a holdout. One GM calls it basically say it's like a toothache, but the article, Anatomy of an NFL Holdout, what it's like for players, agents, and teams. And it's a big part of the business, and we see holdouts all the time, but we as fans go one way with it. I've never really thought, what's it like for a player? What's it like for the team? All the players will always say the right things like, hey, man, it's the business side of football. The one time you can be selfish. Coaches, and you listen to Schottenheimer, and he's got to say all the right things because really he's got no control over this, but he doesn't want to piss off his boss or the player. So they've got to dance a tightrope. Teams are doing team things, and the player, and there's one article, one guy they mentioned that's been a long time, but he was holding out and decided to end his holdout when he read in the newspaper how much money he was actually losing. And it was like, holy crap. And it does make you wonder what the agents are telling the players, and if the players actually understand how much money they are actually losing while holding out, keeping in mind they get paid on game days.
Right.
And so their checks, aside from whatever their bonus is that's due at signing, you get paid, 17 weeks of the season. You've got to make that money last all year. And so, in the case that they reference, and this is from a holdout in the early 2000s, $500,000. And back then, and for what this player ultimately signed for, wasn't a whole lot compared to today's money, but you read in the paper what you're losing, and you go, well, how did you not know that? But sometimes I think players, don't know. I remember talking to Dwayne Brown during his holdout in Pledge. You remember this because we couldn't believe it when he said he knew exactly how much money he was going to lose when he was going to come back so he could get the year accrual. But to him, it was worth it to fight for what he believed in. But he knew exactly to the penny of what he was willing to lose to try to get more.
I think most players know. There's a handful, I think, that don't, but I think most players are smart enough to know, and they're involved in their contract negotiations and realize what's going on. I did read an article today in Pro Football Talk that says if you're going to hold out at the very beginning, because if you show up at camp and then leave, you get in a lot of trouble, and it can cost you a hell of a lot of money.
And I know there's like a 5-day grace period in there.
Yes.
There's so many different rules. And again, for Micah, he is there.
Yeah, he can't leave either. No, he can't leave. He's got to stay.
And so, you kind of go back to why did he show up to begin with? And I know he has said all the right things, and I believe him. He wants to be the team leader. He wants to be there for his guys. And I truly think maybe he thought this might get done as soon as he showed up there. And now the Cowboys are doing, I don't know, they're not answering the phone. Because Micah did say his agent has called the Cowboys front office and tried to get something going, and then nothing's going. And it's just like, I just don't understand why it gets to this point, especially with a star player that we all know is going to get top of the market value. It's not, well, man, this guy's pretty good. He's a top 10 player trying to get number one money. It just seems so like, can't we figure this out in about 10 minutes? Because where's the top right now? All right, cool. Here it is, because he is the best and he's going to get paid as such.
Well, there's just so much stuff we don't know. And again, I think Jerry opened our eyes a little bit. He thinks he's under contract and needs to fulfill that contract. And whether you agree with Jerry or not, that's his philosophy and has been. Now, he caved with CD. He caved with Dak Prescott eventually, but it took a while. With CD, it was a couple of weeks into camp before he got his deal done. With Dak, hell, he didn't get his deal done until the morning of the first game. So, I don't know how long Jerry's going to let this thing go. But Jerry seems pretty dug in right now to make, let these guys know that, hey, contracts actually mean something. And the problem is in the NFL, they don't. Not to the fulfillment of them anyway.
No, and there's a part in there where it's time to renegotiate, and they're in that window now. You're eligible for it. And the other part that it's not like the new contract that he signs whenever he does sign it replaces the final year here. I'm pretty sure they could structure it to where, all right, you're going to play this year on the final year of this contract, and then we're going to have your new one in place ready to go with this. It doesn't affect this year's money at all except for the signing bonus.
Well, that's it. And for whatever reason, Jerry's being stubborn and digging in, and he's not going to get this done until he wants to get it done. And look, we don't know what the other side is and what Micah and Mulligetta are asking for, what kind of guarantees they want. None of that kind of stuff. Well, it seems easy to us, and we don't understand why it's not getting done. I think there's a whole lot of stuff that we just don't know and are not privy to that is holding this deal up.
Yeah, well, and that's true. And again, any kind of contract negotiation you've ever gone through, whether it's an employment contract like, some of us in the media have in all your years at TV, or hell, just trying to buy a house and you're waiting for everything to get done, even though you know it's going to get done, it's nerve-wracking. You're never comfortable until it closes. Whatever contract you're trying to negotiate, if you're getting a house, you put in the offer, and are they going to accept it? And all right, now they've accepted, now they want this, or now they want. Right. I mean, it's same. Take any of your personal experiences in dealing with a contract and how uncomfortable you are. Now imagine you're Micah Parsons trying to get hundreds of millions of dollars, and you don't know at the end of the day, while you think it's going to get done, what if the Cowboys say no? And granted, he'll get it from somewhere else, but you just until it's done, you can't be comfortable.
Well, now if they say no, then he's got to play on this year's contract, and then Jerry has the option to franchise tag him. So he can't just walk out the door either. So he's in a little bit of a different situation, I think, than perhaps even CD and Dak were, where they had a little more of the leverage than maybe Micah Parsons does.
Well, CD was in the exact same boat because, he could have been franchised and all that. Dak is the one willing to play out the final year, and he got it on opening day.
So we'll see what happens with this whole Micah Parsons thing. Now, look, we're going to talk a lot of football because it is that time of year, and, well, that's quite frankly what I'd like to talk about. But the Spurs have made a couple of moves, minor ones that they've made, and there's an article that trashes the Spurs and what they're doing. And I want to throw it out there, see what you think about it, Jason, and everybody else. What do you think about it? In fact, you can come here and talk to us in person if you'd like. We're broadcasting live today from Blue Bonnet Bunk and Biscuit. It is in Selma. It's right off 35. You can't miss it. Just put it in your GPS and you'll get here right away. Free food coming up for you. We're going to have giveaways, pet-friendly vendors, all kinds of stuff. We're here till 6 o'clock. It's Blue Bonnet Bunk and Biscuit. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and the Gomez Law Firm present the second annual Back to School Drive. Saturday, August 2nd from 11 till 1 or while supplies last at the Gomez Law Firm, 2943 Moss Rock Drive. Free backpacks and school supplies for all school-age children while supplies last. So don't be late. Presented by the Gomez Law Firm, 2943 Moss Rock Drive. Sponsored in part by Las Palapas, Array, the College of Healthcare Professionals, and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds. With that kind of money, you could go big time on a fancy water bottle with ultra titanium alloy metal. You're not sure why you need all that. I mean, it just holds water. But you're getting it anyway. Because if you're hiking near an active volcano and you accidentally drop the bottle into molten lava, your water will still be icy cold. Switch to Progressive and you could save big time. For water bottles. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states. Potential savings will vary.
Oh, no.
Ah, that's the sound of someone who's misplaced
my debit card.
Their debit card.
Where did I leave that thing?
Not at the gas pump, or the checkout counter, or the roof of your car. Now, if he has the Chase mobile app, he can use Card Lock.
Wait, I could just lock my card.
Yep, just a few tippy taps on his phone, and that sound? That's peace of mind from Chase.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank N.A. member FDIC.
The Lion and Rose at the Dominion, your daily happy hour spot from 3 till 7 p.m. 250 drafts, wine, wells, and bites from just $5. Big screens, bold flavors, and a patio made for post-game hangs. Lion and Rose at 23330 West I-10.
April Ansira here from the Ansira Auto Group. Every year, the Texas Yes Project provides thousands of students across the state with free school supplies. And now you can help by entering the Drive Away for Education raffle, proudly sponsored by the Ansira Auto Group. One lucky winner will drive away in a brand new car, truck, or SUV, and countless young Texans will move forward with stronger futures. and we'll be giving away a gas card and shopping spree, plus other weekly prizes. Buy your raffle ticket today at texasyesproject.org.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
Skin looking and feeling tight, irritated, dry, or just meh? Maybe your skincare routine is missing a crucial step. Meet the Calming Mist Toner from Pharmaceris with hyaluronic acid to deeply hydrate and prebiotics to support your skin's barrier. Just a few soothing sprays after washing your face balances your skin's pH and helps the skincare products you use after work better. Dermatologist developed and known worldwide for premium quality, gentle, effective skincare, Pharmaceris is finally available in the U.S. at Walgreens. Real users rave about the Pharmaceris Mist Toner. It actually helped reduce redness. It's so gentle and never leaves my skin feeling dry or tight. The calming properties are amazing. I can feel it. Try the Pharmaceris Calming Mist Toner today and see why it's the skincare step you've been missing. Find the Pharmaceris Calming Mist Toner at Walgreens.com and in a Walgreens store in your area for only $14.99. That's Pharmaceris. Pharmaceris.
It's back to school season, and Clorox is donating 2 million disinfecting wipes to classrooms across America. Because back to school means things can get a little bit messy. Just ask second grade teacher Mr. Torres.
Put me and just one Clorox wipe on a team, we can take on crayon smudges, sticky fingerprints on every surface, sneezes on the door handle, juice box explosion by the sink, snack crumbs, and don't even get me started on the bathroom passes.
Clorox disinfecting wipes, teacher's #1 wipe.
Think about it. Bathroom passes.
Clean feels good. Based on unit sales data.
It's Jason and Joe from the Blitz. Join us at Circa Las Vegas in August for the Circa Sports Ultimate Contest Weekend.
The Blitz will be live at Circa August 21st and 22nd, and then we're staying for the weekend. Come to Vegas with us for the Ultimate Contest Weekend.
Circa Survivor and Circa Million are back. Enter in Nevada, play from anywhere. So join the Blitz at Circa Las Vegas.
Details and discounted rooms with promo code BLITZ available online at sasportstar.com.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
Big year. I'm starting middle school.
Welcome to the jungle, Missy.
Best part? My parents promised me a new laptop.
Perfect for homework, essays, and drudgery.
So we went to Staples. They had all the latest tech, and laptops were up to 40% off.
Woo! Another back-to-school budget saved by Staples Easy Button.
Mom high-fived the cashier. So embarrassing.
Staples.
That was easy.
In-store, online, and on the app. Until 23 select models only.
It's the Blitz with Jason and Joe on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
You know, at some point in time, Minix, you would think the Cleveland Browns would do something right.
Good luck with that.
Man, it's awful. They're unveiling, and I don't know why the hell they're doing that. Is there a reason for that? Unveiling a helmet.
Well, I mean, it's the alternative helmet. It's brown. It's not attractive.
Not at all.
But they have this big inflatable helmet on a raft, on a like a big barge. And they're unveiling it on the water. I'm assuming one of the lakes there in Cleveland. And as they're bringing the big tarp off that actually looked better than the actual helmet, some dude fell off into the water.
He just fell off like he fainted. Boy, that helmet's ugly.
How ugly it was.
It's terrible. That's
Good
for sure.
Lord.
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, it's wild because, the NFL, the Browns are doing that. And I see the Chargers today are holding their practice on the flight deck of the USS Abraham Lincoln, the aircraft carrier, which is cool. Ain't nobody falling off that and surviving it. I mean, you don't realize how high up an aircraft carrier flight deck is. You hit that water, it is going to hurt.
That's kind of cool, though.
Oh, it's very cool.
And the Cowboys used to do that. I don't know if they still do that when they come into Oxnard. What's the naval base that's right there?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Port or whatever.
Yeah, but anyway, they used to stop in there and say hello to everybody. I don't know if they still do that or not, but it's neither here nor there. But I think that's kind of cool when teams go and they do that. Hey, this is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagel. Jason Minnick sitting next to me. James Pledger is back in the glass box of fun. But we are live today out in Selma, Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit. We're going to be here till 6 o'clock. And the good news for you, if you want to come out here, there's free food.
Yeah,
absolutely free food. And bring your dog with you because they're going to have free food for the dogs too. and you can tour the facility like this young man just did right here.
Well,
that was perfect.
He came in, he heard about it, and he understands the rules. He commented on your hair.
He did.
He complimented your hair.
Of course he did.
Because that's part of the rules. So, I mean, when you see Ryan Eagle, you have to comment on how great the hair looks.
Well, when it looks good, what are you going to say?
I mean, we've seen it when it doesn't look good, yet you still
one time.
Well, that one time.
That was Sydney's fault.
Band camp, yes.
I wish. Oh my goodness!
Wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to pack the heavy-duty spray for Circa Las
I'm glad
Vegas
you said spray.
In August when we had up there. Oh my goodness!
I'm so glad you said hairspray.
Woo!
Could have been a variety of things you said there.
Yes, it really could have been.
I can't imagine that there is a option heavier dutier than what you already use.
Well, let me explain to you.
Here we go.
Because the hairspray I use is marked 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Yeah.
So
and you get 7?
No, I get 3. I go right in the middle of the pack because if you go too far, it really is like, it's a hell of a lot worse than the 3. I mean, it's like
do you do a layer of 3 and then a layer of 4 just so you can get to 7?
I don't because it's too much.
Are you kidding? What do you mean?
It's too much.
I mean, when we get out to training camp next week and we see those dudes in the Guardian cap, you could hurt somebody going head to head with them wearing a Guardian cap, and you're just with your number 3.
Well, this is true, and in the flies, they don't get near me. That's like a fly trap.
Yeah, trust
baby.
me.
You hit that thing, you're done. Forget about it.
When we get back to the beach house and Joe is combing out his hair over the sink with all the bugs that now there's no bugs in California.
No bugs.
Not where we are.
That's right.
It's perfect.
Absolutely.
The Spurs finally did what we've been thinking they should do, and that is sign the Chupacabra. David Jones Garcia does get a 2-way contract from the San Antonio Spurs.
And really no surprise. The only surprise is I'm surprised it took as long as it did for them to get that done. I mean, the guy had such a hell of a summer league that he had to have gotten a contract. I mean, you had to sign him. I think the Spurs would have been dumb not to. Somebody else certainly would have. But they also added a guy today that, look, quite frankly, I've never heard of. His name's Lindy Waters III.
He's been in the league for years.
4 years.
Yeah.
4 years. And he's a shooter, 37% shooter from the 3-point stripe, according to Sham Charania. But, look, I don't think this guy's any more than a end-of-the-bench guy.
Well, I mean, it's depth, and you look at the Spurs filling out their available roster spots. The only thing that does surprise me with David Jones Garcia signing is they're so deep in that area. You wondered, would they sign him because it's a crowded position group, or somebody else was going to sign him? Apparently, he had an offer over in Europe and was like, "No, dude, I'm trying to get an NBA deal." And the fact that the Spurs were able to sign him to a 2-way as opposed to a full roster spot, because I imagine there would have been other teams willing to give him a full roster spot. But it does tell me if he had options in Europe, dreams play in the NBA, Spurs give him a 2-way with the full roster available, other teams with full rosters available, it does make you wonder if there's something about him or his game where nobody offered him the full roster. We'll put you on a 2-way, and we'll do that, which for him is a hell of a deal. But the way he played in Las Vegas, he's earned this opportunity, and I'm glad it's with San Antonio. It would have, I mean, good for him if he would have gone somewhere else, and I could have understood because of, lack of need at the position, because there's so many, if the Spurs would have not signed him and he goes somewhere else. But if he turns into anything, you'd kick yourself.
Well, you would. He's had 2 other opportunities, though, and he's been on 2-way contracts with 2 other NBA franchises and didn't stick. He looked good. Hopefully it works out for the Spurs. They're taking a shot, and it's a low risk, high reward kind of deal. So it's not bad. I got to say this about this. There's Clarence Hill, our good friend Clarence Hill, will join us, by the way, from Oxnard at 4:35 this afternoon. But they cover everything Dallas, whether it's the Mavericks, the Stars, obviously the Cowboys. And one of their NBA writers puts out the way too early look at the Western Conference. And he talks about the Spurs, and the way he does this, and I got to find this. He ranks them as, well, for example, Utah Jazz. You're not trying. What are you trying? The Phoenix Suns. You got the Sacramento Kings at 13. Scroll all the way down to the Spurs. He's got them at number 8, and under the headline of "You're trying to make generational guys fix your rosters." He's not real kind to the Spurs when it comes to a review on them, in particular, one Keldon Johnson.
Well, he is not kind, but I don't know how wrong he really is. And sometimes it takes an outsider's perspective to make you realize what the Spurs have there. You look at Keldon Johnson, you look at a Jeremy Sohan. If you're watching on YouTube, I'm right by a door where dogs come out. I did. The dogs here are friendly. The dogs here are friendly. There needs to be a bell there so I know it's coming up behind me, man. PTSD all of a sudden. I'm like, whoa.
Oh, my goodness.
What are we talking, Spurs?
Yeah, we were. Yeah. Yes, we were.
I mean, and again, it's not kind, but I don't find it grossly unfair either.
Not at all. The one thing he does say about Keldon Johnson, he says Keldon Johnson is a minutes eater, nothing more. Now that's pretty harsh criticism of one Keldon Johnson, but I think he has turned into that guy that just hasn't lived up to what the Spurs thought he would be. And quite frankly, I'm surprised he's still on the roster. I'll be totally honest with you, and I mean that in all sincerity, because I didn't think he would be at this point in time.
Well, I think there's a couple of things when it comes to Keldon. Is he's accepted and adapted his role and seems to be a great teammate. And if you need me to come off the bench, I'm going to come off the bench. I mean, and he does everything the right way in that respect. But also, how many times have we thought he'll be included in this or that, and he's still here? So,
exactly.
I mean, I thought, the De'Aaron Fox deal. I mean, you just always include Keldon because he's got a tradable contract. But the Spurs like him, and he's more than just a minutes eater. Because he's a contributor and seemingly has adapted and accepted his role. There was a point a couple years ago, he was the best player on the team. And, then it was Devin Vassell. Keldon seems to understand he's not anymore. Sometimes I wonder if Vassell understands he's not the best player on the team, and probably now 4th, maybe 5th best player on the team.
Well, I absolutely I applaud Keldon Johnson for assuming the role as the Manu Ginobili, the 6-man, first guy off the bench. And he did that, and it worked out for him, and he played well. And maybe that is why he's still on this roster today and hasn't been included in any trades, or maybe he will be midseason. Who knows? But I do applaud him for accepting that role and doing what was right.
Now, on our YouTube page, and you guys can go watch on the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page, Tony M., who must have just joined, says, WTH, I hear a dog in the background. You're going to hear dogs all day long, my friend. We're not working from home.
No, we are not, or in the studio, by the way.
The studio.
We are at Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit out in Selma. And that's where we are today doing our show live. And you should be here. Tony, you ought to get out of here, and you can hear the dogs bark in person. You get some free food as well.
Human food.
Human food.
Yes.
If you like dog food, you can have that too. I mean, you never know.
Just eat that in the car on your way home, not in front of me, please.
Dude, I lost a bet one time. I had to eat a dog biscuit on the air.
A dog biscuit?
A dog biscuit.
That's not so bad.
It was the worst thing I've ever had in my life.
I didn't say it was good, but I mean, of all the things, like if you had to open up a can of Alpo or something and eat that.
And I can't remember what the bet was. This was early in my TV career, but I did it live on the air.
Joe lost a bet. News at 11.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I love you too, Minix. You son of a. Let's talk some Cowboys football. You want to?
Yes, sir.
Micah Parsons is in a pickle. And I hope he realizes what kind of a pickle he's in. We're talking about it when we continue here from Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
If you're always tired, you can't focus, no energy, just trouble getting off the couch, that's not really living. And look, it doesn't have to be that way. All you need to do to get your life back is go visit my friends at Synergenics and Low T Center and start testosterone therapy. And right now, The test is free, but time is running out to take advantage of the free test offer. The offer will end on July 31st. So no better time to go find out what your T levels are. Go to any Synergenics or Low T center and take the test. They have an on-site lab. You're going to get your results in about 15 minutes. And if you need it, you can start treatment that day. Test is free. Most major insurance is accepted, so your treatment costs are minimal. Take control of your health and do it. Do it now. It's never been easier or cheaper for that matter. And at Synergenics and Low T Center, you can either go in center and get taken care of there, or medically monitored treatment with testosterone delivered to your home. If you're already a patient, tell your friends to get started on TRT and you'll receive a $250 credit. The credit applies for any man or woman who starts hormone treatment. Taking the test is simple and first step in taking back your life. Imagine how good you will feel and how much happier those around you are going to be when the best version of yourself shows up. The free test offer ends July 31st. So go to fixmylowt.com to book your initial appointment now. Fixmylowt.com.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Thursday on the Morning Huddle, tick, tick, tick. What you're hearing is that clock. MLB's trade deadline is just a week away. We'll look at what should happen.
Yeah, what are the Astros and the Rangers going to do? But also, we got training camp. It's football season, baby. What's up with Michael? What's the latest there? Don't be late. Party starts at 6.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Morning 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
If you need to hire, it seems like the whole process can be exhausting. You search resumes, wait for the right candidates to apply, set up initial interviews. It's a lot of time and work. Well, what if you could meet with qualified candidates for your job the very next day? Now you can with Zip Intro from ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Zip Intro is super easy to use. You simply pick a time, and it does all the work of finding and scheduling qualified candidates for you. Then you can choose who you want to talk to and meet with great people on back-to-back video calls as soon as the next day. Best of all, you save time and energy.
Try Zip Intro for free right now at this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Zip Intro. Post jobs today. Talk to qualified candidates tomorrow. Once again, go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds. With that kind of money, you could go big time on a fancy water bottle with ultra titanium alloy metal. You're not sure why you need all that. I mean, it just holds water, but you're getting it anyway. Because if you're hiking near an active volcano and you accidentally drop the bottle into molten lava, your water will still be icy cold. Switch to Progressive and you could save big time for water bottles. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states. Potential savings will vary.
Eat up, buddy. It's almost time for school.
You take charge of your home. You take charge of your work. Don't forget to take charge of your gut health too with Nature Made Probiotics. Nature Made has clinically studied probiotics that work with your digestive tract's natural bacteria, so you won't miss a beat in your daily routine. Find us in the vitamin aisle. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocation, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Quarry area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at tsaog.com.
Gomez Law Firm has been fighting for the rights of San Antonians for 50 years. We have Jose with the Gomez Law Firm here. What is something you see often as a personal injury attorney and protecting your clients?
The one thing we always see without fault in a case is that the insurance company will always reach out to them soon after the collision, and they try to get them to agree to a low settlement. They try to get them to agree to signing a piece of paper. They want them essentially to sign their rights away without ever even consulting with an attorney. Right? In the grand scheme of things, if you sign a piece of paper, you're signing your future interest away. What So that's why it's so important to call the Gomez Law Firm, because we make sure we protect your rights, and you're not signing your life away. You're not signing your rights away.
If you or your family have been injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, then call the Gomez Law Firm first. 210-736-4040 or visit joegomezlaw.com. Protect your family and protect your rights.
And remember, Gomez Law fights.
Looking for a place with character, cold drinks, and real Texas charm? Pull up a chair at the Lion and Rose in the Dominion. This local favorite, run by the Tharp family, serves up Southern hospitality, military pride, and seriously good food. Happy hour daily from 3 till 7 p.m. with $2.50 drafts, select wine, wells, and mimosas. Plus, tasty bites from just $5. Big screens, bold flavors, and a patio made for post-game hangs. Now open at 23330 West I-10. The Lion and Rose.
Hey, it's Rob here. Join us at Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuits today for a fun house tour. Enjoy free food for your pets and all you owners out there. We got raffles, we got giveaways, and so much more. Today from 2 to 6, Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit right off 35 in Selma.
I hear the dogs barking already. Oh, my goodness. We're at Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit out here in Selma, right off I-35. It's real easy to find. You need to point your way out here. Come on out here. Bring your furry friend, too. I'm talking about your dog.
Well, what else would you be talking about?
You never know. I don't know what people are into. I have no clue. It doesn't matter. But if you want to bring your dog out here, you certainly can. Free food out here for humans and for dogs. And all kind of vendors for pets, and it's just a pet-friendly place. So come on out here and see us. We'd really like to see you out at Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit.
I'm glad you said biscuit because you mentioned eating a dog biscuit, and immediately comments on the YouTube channel are all about gizzards.
Yeah.
Which makes me, I wonder if they could sell gizzards here. Bluebonnet Bunk and gizzards, man.
Well, it'd be the worst.
No,
it'd be just like a biscuit.
Gizzards are great. No, biscuits are like crunchy, and gizzards are chewy.
Gizzards are awful.
There's a difference. You got to add gravy, and that makes them better.
It doesn't, because I think I did add gravy, and it was still awful.
Yeah.
I'll never eat another dog biscuit or another gizzard.
You say that.
I won't.
You say that. Although I imagine that you'll get tired of losing more beer bets, and we'll bet a dog biscuit. Or give you some beef jerky and you wouldn't know the difference.
If I had to choose one of the two, which I won't because I'll never eat either one, I would pick the gizzard over the dog biscuit. The dog biscuit was awful. It was awful.
Well, I mean, Pledge gave you some beef jerky that was meant for dogs the other day, and you didn't know any better. We just wanted to see if you would eat it.
Well, I mean, I saw you eating it too.
Well, that was different. That was a different bag.
Yeah, sure it was.
I mean, you had some great venison jerky and didn't know that either.
Well, yeah, I mean, it tasted just fine. Yeah.
Of course,
had some venison sausage too in your house.
Yeah.
It was pretty good too. So, hey, I'll try just about anything once, and then after that, if I don't like it, as in gizzards or dog biscuits, it ain't happening again.
As long as you try it at some point.
I did. I tried both, and that's the end of that.
I mean,
so
who knows what you'll try next week at the Rudder Room when we're out there in California for our AA Best Bail Bonds Dallas Cowboys training camp coverage.
Well, I don't know what there is to try at the Rudder Room that I haven't tried already. I mean, the place is a dump. It's a good place to go, but it is a dump.
It is a dump.
It's a dump.
It is a dump.
But it's a hangout for the media, that's for sure, at training camp in Oxnard. So it's a good place to go, good place to hang out, have a few cold beers, and reminisce about the day.
Well, that's it. And again, we get out there on Saturday, starting next Monday, both the Morning Huddle and the Blitz live at Dallas Cowboys at training camp. Although they're already out there going on the field doing some work. And, one of the big storylines of the offseason, one of the big acquisitions is wide receiver George Pickens, who says he is definitely excited to have that star on his helmet.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited to run better plays for sure. Yeah.
That was a shot at Pittsburgh, wasn't it?
You think?
That was a big shot at the Pittsburgh Steelers to run better plays. Wow.
Well, and again, one of the things is that's going to be interesting is, Pittsburgh decided this guy wasn't worth having around. And you look at what he had in Pittsburgh. He's never had a quarterback like Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott will be the best quarterback that Pickens has played with while in the NFL. And then you get a CeeDee Lamb on the other side. And those two seem, CeeDee and Pickens, almost inseparable on the practice fields.
Just kind of the same personality. As we play ball, we all kind of under the same umbrella. So just going when we kind of worked out over the offseason, getting to know the guys, I kind of connected with them a lot. And more than just Dak and CeeDee, a lot of the receivers and a lot of the tight ends as well.
But it really is CeeDee. There's video today. Joseph Hoyt from the Dallas Morning News has some video. And Pickens and CeeDee are over off the side, and they're catching passes with the dude just throwing them the football. But everything they're doing, almost like synchronized dancers. I mean, the way they're catching, turning, all of it. And it's just them two working off to the side together. The other receivers aren't there. And they're just extra work, those two together.
Well, and look, they've obviously become very close. We've heard that since he first got there. I think Shotty said something about that again today, how close those guys are, how much they've hung out together and all of that kind of stuff. So it's a good thing. I mean, that's good.
Well, and for George Pickens, I mean, it's the fresh start that he knows he needed.
I think I needed a fresh start just in terms of, like you said, people not knowing me. I think that's the whole thing about it. Like, if you don't know somebody, kind of like what I was just telling him, like, if you get to know CeeDee, then he's not really going out of his way. He's always been this way. You see what I mean? But you guys, you never really met him. So I definitely think it's a refreshing for me, yeah.
Sana, you're a feisty guy, and people might take that and say that's who you are. Was that kind of...
Yeah, that's kind of crazy because it's talking about, like, football clips. It's nothing personal. And it's kind of crazy that people don't realize that, and they're like 35, 45, and they still don't realize it. But like I said, once you get to actually know someone, like if I actually knew you guys personally, I bet it'll be a little different than your job.
Well, and that's fine, George. The problem is most people that know you from Sunday afternoons. So all they know is the temper tantrums on the sideline. I mean, how else are they supposed to get to know you? And it may be right. And everybody says the best things and the great things about George Pickens. He's been a great guy. I don't know what they're talking about in Pittsburgh and none of that. We haven't played a game yet.
Yep.
Let's wait and see what happens when there's some adversity and how he handles himself then.
But, I mean, being a media guy, and especially when you're at a place like Cowboys training camp in Oxnard, which will be next week, you do get to know the guys a little bit differently. Like, the interviews that you and I do are less about football and more about them as people. You get to know them, and that makes you want to root for them. And, from a fan perspective, you hear that, and you either think that's a likable dude or not a likable dude. But Dez Bryant, we got to know Dez. So when we saw the outburst, you understood where the passion was coming from. But you're right. And for him, he's in it and he gets mad at some 35, 45-year-old calling him immature. And, all right, cool. You don't know that guy either, right?
Exactly.
But when you get to know somebody, you understand what they are like as a person, and then as a player in the outburst, then you go, it's passion, that's this, that's that, or somebody who isn't necessarily likable, and when they act that way, and they're a hole, and they're always that way. I mean, that's one of the things that we get to experience as media, and we convey that on a show like this.
Yeah, and we try to do that, and you're right. You do root for people and players, and you hope that they do well. I'm just saying, for him to say that, it's kind of tough because 95%, 99% of the people that see him only see him on Sunday afternoon.
And that's part of the maturity process that he's having to go through as an NFL player, is to understand, you're right, people don't know you, and they talk bad about you with only seeing this little clip. Everybody that's gone viral, ask a recent CEO and HR person,
Exactly.
we only know that little viral clip, and yet we've made all kinds of assumptions about them. That's life. And when you're in the public eye, that is something that you have to deal with.
But it is something you have to deal with, and he's going to have to learn to deal with it. And I want to see that when adversity strikes, and it will. every team goes through a little bit of adversity. How will he react to that? And that's what I want to see. Right now he's doing and saying all the right things.
And one of the things that, Brian Schottenheimer has tried to instill into this football team since he's taken over as head coach, and I think this is directly related to Pickens and maybe a CeeDee Lamb, is this family atmosphere that they're trying to create.
Yeah, I think we're trying to create a family atmosphere. It's one of those things where when I look at our guys and I get a chance to talk to them a lot together, they're going to always support one another. And I'm not even talking about Mike and Trayvon. I'm talking about Dak and Joe Milton. Let's talk about CeeDee and George Pickens. I mean, here's a guy that we get from Pittsburgh that they say is, trouble and all those things. And from the time he's been here, he's been incredible. And why is that? Is it me? No. Is it CeeDee? I don't know. I mean, it's the culture that we're building here. And so there's a brotherhood being built here. And so I don't read too much into that. And I think that I'm really excited about the family atmosphere we've built here.
Well, that's great, but families have outbursts from time to time. So, look, things are going well now. It's training camp. Things are going well for everybody. It was funny. I saw something today and you said this yesterday, the Tennessee Titans were asked, their general manager and their head coach were asked, is the goal winning the Super Bowl? Both of them hesitated for a split second. And that's always the goal. Everybody's optimistic. Everybody's having a great time right now. I mean, it's the first part of training camp. So naturally, everybody is going to have that optimism and that hope.
Absolutely. And again, one of the things that if you're optimistic about the Cowboys is a better running back room. Miles Sanders is now with the Dallas Cowboys. I know that's not a news flash. Now, there is a fake quote going around the internet. This is Josh Jimenez. You can't believe everything you read on the internet. It is a great quote that I wish the dude would have actually said. But again, it was a fake quote, kind of hammering Philly and Saquon to a degree. And now he's, signing with the rival. And again, that was a fake quote. But Miles Sanders did say, little odd putting on that Cowboys jersey.
Feels a little weird, y'all. I ain't gonna lie, not gonna lie, but it's a blessing. I'm just blessed to be in this league for my 7th year as a running back. That's all I'm doing. I'm taking it one day at a time and gonna see how this goes.
Yeah.
You got to get over that because, look, all of these guys grew up fans of somebody.
Yep.
Right? And obviously started with Philadelphia, and you learned to hate the Dallas Cowboys if you're a Philadelphia Eagle and vice versa. So I bet it is a little bit weird, but you got to get over that because you still got a job in the NFL and you got a real chance to contribute this year.
Well, and he does. And it's going to be interesting to see how the running back battle in Dallas plays out. The Jaden Blue, who I saw, Larry Ramirez from KSAT had a one-on-one with him yesterday out there in Oxnard. And, Jaden saying all the right things and, but he's got that explosive ability. And I kind of laughed a little bit because Larry said, man, you broke a couple of long ones today. And I'm like, they're not tackling, right? I mean, at this point, every play, you run it all the way to the end zone. That's what they do. But again, it's that part of training camp. And but he does have that explosive speed and, a little bit of power. The other running back that they drafted is more of a power back. And what I do like about the Cowboys running back room is all of them are a little bit different in their skill set. You don't have two guys that basically do the exact same thing.
Oh, that's exactly right. It's an upgrade. They've got, and Miles Sanders, people, you just look back and it's not even that long ago. Yeah, he was a productive player for the Philadelphia Eagles. So the guy's got the talent. Javonte Williams, I still think he wins the starting job. I really do. Because I believe he's the most talented guy there right now. He's just had some injury issues, and naturally he's going to have to stay healthy. But I look for him to do that. Jaden Blue's going to have a role in that, whether it's third down or no matter what it is, some kind of end around, whatever, but he will have some plays designed just for him too. We're not talking about Deuce Vaughn, but Maffa, the guy they drafted, really has not been talked about yet. I haven't heard a lot about this guy at all, so I don't know what that means for him. I don't think it's something that's good for him, but I mean, that's kind of weird. We'll have to see when we get out there exactly what he's doing and how they're using him.
Well, and I think when you look at the running back position, how many are you going to keep? And my guess is 3 plus the fullback. And unless Maffa can be a major contributor on special teams, he's likely destined for the practice squad. And there's nothing wrong with that being a late pick like that, unless he just has an incredible camp, which at the running back position, you have the ability to do. And, same thing for a Miles Sanders, and to a degree, a Javonte Williams, but more for a Miles Sanders. I couldn't sit here today on the 23rd day of July and say, yep, that guy's going to be on the opening day roster, because if Jaden Blue and Maffa play extremely well, Sanders is expendable. They're not going to be overloaded at that position group.
No, you're exactly right. It's going to be a good battle to watch throughout training camp, that's for sure. And I'm looking forward to getting up there. And by the way, we will be there. We'll start our shows on Monday, both the morning show, the morning huddle from 6 to 10, and then us from 2 to 6. Starts Monday.
Yeah.
We're out there, and we will be bringing you everything that we're seeing from Dallas Cowboys training camp, and I cannot wait to get out to Oxnard, California. It's going to be a lot of fun. You win $1 million on a scratch-off ticket. Would you know it?
I think I would.
I think I would too. But that doesn't apply to everybody.
No.
We'll explain when we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Blue Bonnet Bunk and Biscuit in Selma. Come see us.
If you're a business owner, a manager, a club leader, you need your logo on any kind of gear, make sure you get into Sammy's Embroidery and Printing down on San Pedro. It is the 23rd of July. School's about to start. If you're a part of an organization, a club at a school, and you need shirts made, you need hats made, you need your logo on any kind of gear, go see Sam. You need caps? Sam has over 25,000 caps and more than 75 color combinations on display in his showroom. And he's got all the popular cap brands like the Richardson 112 style trucker caps, Katie Caps, Nike Cap America. He has them in stock. If you need your logo on a golf shirt, a fishing shirt, any kind of shirt, go see Sam. He'll get you taken care of. T-shirts, screen printed, he can do that as well. Uniforms, Sam has over 700 uniform lines to choose from, all kinds of industries. Nobody has better prices. Sam has all the big name brands, and he's the only company in Texas that offers one-day turnaround. No order too small, no order too big. You need one item, 10 items, 10,000 items, 250,000 items. Sam will get you taken care of. So call 210-824-3900. 824-3900, or get into that massive showroom down on San Pedro, about a mile inside Loop 410, right there across from the McDonald's, or check the website samsembroidery.com for Sammy's Embroidery Club.
From the San Antonio Sports Star Studios, sponsored by George Salinas Injury Lawyers, this is KTFM Floresville. Will Dallas's Micah Parsons finally get his new deal while in Oxnard? We're there. And if he does, you'll hear about it first and in depth right here.
You gonna have to earn that paycheck against me.
San Antonio Sports Stars coverage of Dallas Cowboys training camp, brought to you by AA Best Bail Bonds and sponsored in part by Southern Recipe Pork Rinds, Jim Beam, and AARP. Starting Monday morning, live from Oxnard, California, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
It's Texas Quarter Horse Racing's biggest weekend at Retama Park. Friday is Summer Showdown with 7 incredible stakes races, and Saturday is Retama Park Derby and the $650,000 TQHA Futurity Race. Ever thought about owning an American quarter horse? The Texas Quarter Horse Sale is going on at Freeman Coliseum Friday and Saturday, and it's free to attend. Enjoy terrace dining along with San Antonio's best sports bar, Clubhouse 95. Live music every Friday night. Visit RatamaPark.com for all the details.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-499-9102. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-499-9102. That's 800-499-9102. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
With Progressive, you can reach customer service in the way that's easiest for you, by phone, app, or online. We know it would be great if we just magically appeared, but that's more of a genie thing, and we do insurance. But with us, you'd be like, well, it wasn't a genie, but it was great customer service, so that's nice. And sure, you probably would still like the whole 3 wishes thing, so if you meet a genie, you should definitely ask. But when you need us, contact Progressive by phone, app, or online. Just no genies. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
It's back to school season, and Clorox is donating 2 million disinfecting wipes to classrooms across America. Because back to school means things can get a little bit messy. Just ask second grade teacher Mr. Torres.
Put me and just one Clorox wipe on a team, we can take on crayon smudges, sticky fingerprints on every surface, sneezes on the door handle, juice box explosion by the sink, snack crumbs, and don't even get me started on the bathroom passes.
Clorox disinfecting wipes, teacher's #1 wipe.
Think about it. Bathroom passes.
Clean feels good. Based on unit sales data.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
If you're looking to go to a game at North Carolina this year, you are out of luck. They are telling us today that Bill Belichick is the reason that they're completely sold out. All season tickets, all single-game football tickets sold out. It's the earliest point ever for that program to be sold out. And Texas A&M's mascot Reveille had to have her right eye removed because of glaucoma. Officials say she's resting comfortably and will be ready to go in the fall.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas Authority in Barricade Rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the third time in 7 seasons the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
And it's hump day!
Hump day!
Hump day!
Hump day!
Rump day!
What?
Well, we're in Blue Bonnet Pumpkin Biscuit.
Where
so
are
it's like...
That is amazing.
It really is something. Amazing isn't the word I was thinking, but we'll go with it.
That's where we're at. Blue Bonnet, Bunk, and Biscuit in Selma, right off I-35. Come on out and see us. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagel. Jason Minix is here. And James Pledger back in his glass box of fun back in the studio. But we're having a great time. Free food. They got a food truck out here. They got food for the for your dog if you would like to bring your dog out here. And vendors as well.
Absolutely. And again, it's a bit of a party, a block party, all kinds of different things happening out here at Blue Bonnet, Bunk, and Biscuit. Now, on our YouTube chat, Miss Becky says, bucket biscuit? What the hell are you saying, Reinagel? Because it is a mouthful.
It is.
Bunk. Like
bunk,
like bunk beds, you know, because it's you can board your dogs here when you're going out of town, or if you need a doggy daycare, and biscuits because Reinagel likes to eat dog treats.
Well, not anymore. I tried one. But they also groom your dog here too. We've seen a lot of people coming to pick up their dogs, and they're freshly coiffed.
Coiffed?
I don't know if that's right or not, but they're freshly groomed and they look great.
I think that's a better way of saying it.
But they do a great job out here. Come on out and see us. If you're out in this area, even if you're not, come on out and see us out here in Selma. It's Blue Bonnet Bunk and Biscuit. Yes, that's what it is.
And all you really have to do is when you're typing it into your GPS thing, it just pops right up and just follow the directions. If Ryan Eagle can make it, more importantly, Nick Trey can make it, you too can make it out here. And again, we're in Selma today. We're in Selma tomorrow. We're going to be live tomorrow at Retama Park.
It's like right across the street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, we're finding all kinds of new lunch spots out here.
Absolutely. Yes, we are.
Yeah.
Yes, we are.
It's good. It's good stuff. And again, it's not that we went to somewhere we've never heard of before, but we went to Mama Margie's for lunch up on 3009. And it just, there's not one in a convenient location generally when I'm thinking lunch or dinner. Like if they had one on Austin Highway near the radio station, we'd probably go there a lot.
Probably would do that a lot. But the only other one I know of is on I-10.
Yes. And the only time I ever seem to go to that one is when we ask the Uber driver to stop when you need that late night fix, if you will.
Absolutely. It is a good late night spot after you've had a few drinks.
Yes.
That's for sure.
Absolutely. But great for lunch today, too.
Yeah, it was. It was fantastic. Spurs made it official. Just got the email that they've signed David Jones-Garcia to a 2-way contract. We mentioned that earlier in the show, and I'm sure you heard it by now, but he does get a 2-way contract with the San Antonio.
Headline Blitz.
This is Jason and Joe's Headline Blitz. 2 guys, 2 opinions, never enough time.
You know, the on-again, off-again reports about ESPN buying the NFL Network. The NFL owners want to get out of the media business and partner with ESPN, which makes all the sense in the world, right? But it won't be cheap. And there's a report today that the talks are on again, but when they actually get this done, ESPN is going to pay a, quote, enormous amount of money for NFL media.
I don't think ESPN's hurting at all. I mean, when you're talking about Stephen A. and Pat McAfee, they're doing okay, I think.
Well, look, Rich Eisen has already worked out a deal where, you know, I mean, he's still going to be his radio show leading up to this one, but also he's going back over to ESPN. It's going to be interesting how much at the NFL Network, how many of their people will just transfer over to ESPN. Now, they've already lost some because contracts were up and NFL Network wasn't redoing deals, and people like Peter Schrager have already jumped over to ESPN. But, you know, the reporters, you know, you think about like Jane Slater and all those, ultimately when this happens, what it is ultimately going to look like is it does appear they are close, but then again, you know, we hear about, I don't know, contracts and close all the time. Ask Micah.
Well, no doubt.
Define close, an enormous amount is attached to both.
But this is good for ESPN because that gets them more in bed with the NFL. And I think that's the main thing. And I think that's why they will pay the price that it's going to cost to get that done.
I think ultimately if they pay that and they think how much more money are they going to make in the access and the TV contracts that are already there and the amount of money that's available in sports, which is why it was a little odd last night when the news started to break that the UFL is going to relocate 4 teams. Now, I'm big into the spring football. I follow this. What I find interesting is all 4 of the USFL teams from the merger are all going to move. Birmingham, which has won the title 3 years in a row and were a playoff team last year. Michigan has had no problem seemingly with attendance. Houston has sucked attendance-wise. Memphis has been god-awful attendance-wise. But all 4 of those teams appear that they're going to relocate to Boise, Idaho, Columbus, Florida, likely Orlando, and either Louisville or Lexington, Kentucky are reportedly the new markets.
Well, and hopefully that will work for the UFL. But what's good about that is that there's no mention of San Antonio relocating, which is good because attendance is good here. So for all you Brahma fans, it's a good thing.
Well, and what I look at, and I'm a little surprised Memphis hasn't done better attendance-wise. But you look at Boise, you look at Columbus, Orlando, and either Louisville or Lexington. They're not in NFL markets competing. You know, you look at San Antonio does well, St. Louis does well. Football-hungry markets that aren't competing with an NFL team, or like in Houston, you got, you know, NBA and you've got Major League Baseball going on about the same time that you're trying to sell tickets to. I like the idea of spring leagues going to football-hungry markets like a Columbus, like a Boise, that would support them, and that's all. That's what they have. I mean, we've got the Spurs, the Missions, and the Brahmas.
Yeah. Well, and that's good. And St. Louis, I think, is probably the best market in the UFL, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. They seem to always have a big crowd there in St. Louis. So good for them. I'm glad San Antonio is staying put. You ever out late at night drinking up high on a high rise on a rooftop bar?
I've been to some rooftop bars, especially down in Miami.
Have you ever had to pee so bad that, well, you just whipped it out and did it over the roof?
I've not done that. I can't say that I haven't thought about that. We were, and I was with Rob Thompson at a Super Bowl in Miami. We were at this rooftop bar that was fantastic. Doug Flutie's band was playing there. And
Doug Flutie's got a band?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
He's got a great band. I mean, and then you realize there's no bathroom up here. And you're waiting for the elevator to get downstairs. And I mean, so when I read this article, I could understand this dude. He decided that, I'm just going to pee over the roof. Nobody will notice. Turns out security guards did notice. And so did the people that were standing on the sidewalk below. Dude got arrested. Shocker.
Well, what he didn't realize, there are cameras that were capturing the entire peeing process, and so that's kind of how he got caught. And people looked up, thought it was raining, and it was just a
golden shower. Yeah. And in Florida, it could start raining at any point. In fact,
my
the party that I'm referencing, a downpour ended that party in a hurry.
Oh my gosh!
So put all the cigars out.
The dude was arrested, and so don't do that if you're anywhere, for that matter, Florida or otherwise.
And if you're a delivery driver, don't kiss the person that you're delivering the package to. A woman has filed a complaint against a Walmart delivery driver. And that made me wonder, based on our story a couple of days ago about things we've learned that they sell at Walmart, what was being delivered. But this guy gave her the package and then gave her a kiss, grabbed her arm, pulled her in, and gave her a kiss.
Gave her a kiss. I mean, sometimes you got to take your shot.
I mean,
you got to take your shot.
I mean, there's a tip joke in there somewhere, but I mean, that's frowned upon.
Maybe he knew that she was getting one of those cactus-type apparatus things that they sell at Walmart. I don't know. But, he went in, took a shot, and, well, she wasn't happy about it.
Yeah.
Be careful.
Yeah, if you're a delivery guy, that's creepy.
Well, it's funny because she said she normally asks for contactless delivery. Right?
And now she got full contact.
This time she didn't, because she was at a friend's house, and, well, the guy took advantage of it.
Yeah.
That's the way it goes.
So there's a homeless guy who won't be homeless for much longer. He won $1 million on a lottery scratch-off game.
How about that?
Which is cool. This is in San Luis Obispo, California, if that's how you pronounce it. Now, this guy, he knew he got the lottery ticket. He thought he won $200.
$200.
He thought so. He went into Sandy's Deli and Liquor to confirm his price and get the money. But the store manager, after scanning the triple red 777 scratcher game ticket, said, "What are you going to do with the $1 million?" And the guy said, "That's how I found out I won $1 million." He thought he was going to get 200 and was thrilled. But he's homeless. He had to go all the way to Fresno to the official California lottery office. Store manager says, "You know what? I'll drive you."
Well, because they get money out of that too, right? I'll drive you over there.
But
you're paying for the gas.
His store manager drove him down to Fresno. His winnings were verified, and he said that he wants to buy a house, get a couple of dogs, buy an actual bed, and then invest his money to ensure a steady income. And he would like for people now not to know who the hell he is. He wants to keep a lower profile.
Well, I'm sure he does, especially I hope he didn't go back and pick up his tent.
Well,
I still know exactly who he is.
I mean, but it's weird when you think about what would you do with $1 million? This guy wants to buy an actual comfortable bed.
Yes.
And a house and get a couple of dogs.
Nice.
I mean, and nothing else overly fancy, although you're buying a house in California, $1 million. Well, yeah, I mean, dude, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, $1 million is not going to buy you much of a house in California. Maybe he'll move to Texas. That's where he should go. Then he can bring his dogs to Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit.
Well played, sir.
I'm just saying he could do that. Move to Texas, the best place to keep them right here.
Do we really need more Californians moving here?
Well, as long as they leave their politics there. Did I say that out loud? Sorry. Come see us out at Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit. It's right off I-35 here in Selma. Come on out and see us. Out a party out here. Got food trucks out there, or a food truck. They got food for humans, food for dogs, all of that kind of stuff. And we're having a party out here, and you can tour the facility. They're providing tours of the entire facility, and maybe they'll let you pet a puppy or something.
There's free tail wags.
Free tail.
I don't know if
are you providing those, or
no? The dogs are.
The dogs are okay.
And Reinagel.
Yeah.
While eating biscuits.
I'm going to get you a damn biscuit, and you're going to eat it.
No, I'm not.
You should.
No,
just
I'm not.
To try it.
Get you one of those pig's ears over there.
I don't know. My teeth are strong enough for that. I'm getting up there, you know. I tell you what, we've been talking a lot of Dallas Cowboys football. When we come back, let's talk about some other happenings around the NFL. The Houston Texans having their first practice session of their training camp today, and some bad news, perhaps. News that's not expected for Houston Texans fans. We'll tell you what that is when we continue from Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit here in Selma. Come on out and see us. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Let me tell you about my good friends, though, at Stevens Roofing. Love talking about Stevens Roofing because, well, they're local. They're puro San Antonio. They're local, and they're a family-owned company. Been in business here in San Antonio for a long, long time, and that just simply means that, well, they're doing it right. You don't stay in business, especially in the roofing business, if you're not doing it right. You have to do it right and treat people the right way. Stevens Roofing and Solar certainly does that. And right now, when you give them a call at 210-785-0994, tell them you want a team to come out and inspect your roof. You want to make sure that it's okay. We got the hottest of the summer coming up. In fact, it's hot outside today. And then you want to make sure it's secure for the winter weather that will be coming up as well. They'll send out an experienced team. They'll inspect your roof for free with no obligation whatsoever. They're going to make sure it's sealed, secure, and energy efficient. They want you to be protected for the long haul. And it doesn't matter what kind of roof you have. If it's a metal roof composition, if you've got a commercial building, they'll check that as well. Stevens Roofing covers all the bases. Why don't you give them a call and get that roof inspection scheduled? You owe it to yourself to get that done. 210-785-0994 or visit them online at stevensroofing.net.
The Morning Huddle.
It makes me wonder if there's people who go, okay, I guess I'm just going to stop alcohol and red meat. Like,
I don't think anybody's ever said that.
choice.
They moved to California. It's them.
The hell?
Half the population just moved there. It's the only place you can exist.
Eat water and lettuce the rest of your life? I'd rather die of gout.
You're going to have to live in Berkeley. Okay, there's a space for you up in Berkeley.
The Morning Huddle with AJ and Rob. Weekday mornings 6 to 10. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Football season is coming. Is your home ready for the watch parties? Upgrade your entry game with Romo Door Supply. Tough, stylish doors at prices that score. Visit RomoDoorSupply.com today. That's RomoDoorSupply.com, where home starts strong.
Looking for a place with character, cold drinks, and real Texas charm? Pull up a chair at the Lion and Rose in the Dominion. This local favorite, run by the Tharp family, serves up Southern hospitality, military pride, and seriously good food. Happy hour daily from 3 till 7 p.m. with $2.50 drafts, select wine, wells, and mimosas. Plus, tasty bites from just $5. Big screens, bold flavors, and a patio made for post-game hangs. Now open at 23330 West I-10. The Lion and Rose.
Hey, Sarah. Heard about your car accident. You okay?
Well, let's see. My car's toast, my neck's a pretzel, and the insurance guy ghosted me faster than my ex. So, peachy.
Remind me why you haven't called Thomas J. Henry Law yet.
Calling an attorney is weird to me.
Yeah, you should totally trust insurance who profits from underpaying you.
I'm picking up on your sarcasm.
You need to pick up the phone and dial Thomas J. Henry Law.
Car accident? Visit thomasjhenrylaw.com today.
Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. Principal Office, San Antonio.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds. With that kind of money, you could go big time on a fancy water bottle with ultra titanium alloy metal. You're not sure why you need all that. I mean, it just holds water. But you're getting it anyway. Because if you're hiking near an active volcano and you accidentally drop the bottle into molten lava, your water will still be icy cold. Switch to Progressive and you could save big time. For water bottles. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states. Potential savings will vary.
This is a special notice to U.S. taxpayers owing $10,000 or more to the IRS. Tax Relief Advocates is urgently notifying taxpayers that tax relief initiatives are now available that may significantly reduce or eliminate what you owe. If you're afraid of an IRS lien, levy, or wage garnishment, don't lose hope. You can now take advantage of these current relief programs to end all collections, reduce the amount you owe, and resolve your tax problem. Even if you have years of unfiled tax returns or are already in a payment plan, you may still qualify for significant relief. Struggling taxpayers can now get relief they need during these hard economic times. A hotline has been established by Tax Relief Advocates for you to call and see what you qualify for. They are A+ rated with the BBB and have over 1,000 5-star reviews. Don't wait. Call 800-575-7147. 800-575-7147. That's 800-575-7147 or simply visit TRA.com.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
I'm AJ Hoffman from the Morning Huddle. Join me and Rob Thompson tomorrow morning at 6. Your early morning wake-up call on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
You know, AJ's absolutely right. This is San Antonio Sports Star, although this is the Blitz on 94.1. And we are live at a Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit. It's in Selma, right off I-35. You can't miss it. Put it in your GPS. You'll get right here. A nice food truck outside.
There is.
There is.
There's all kinds of stuff happening out here. Prizes, raffles that they have going on. And I got to say, the memory of some people, Joe, on our YouTube chat, somebody mentions, Gary Miller got arrested for peeing in Cleveland. And I was like, I'm so I Googled it. That was in 1997.
Wow.
He peed out of the window of a nightclub in Cleveland.
So sometimes you got to go, right? I mean, you do. I had some friends in Port Aransas on spring break. This is many moons ago when I was back in college. 2 of my buddies got arrested for peeing on the side of the road in Port Aransas. Had to spend the night in jail.
Did they get arrested for peeing or were they drunk?
Well, both.
Because, it's almost like when you pull over to puke. That makes it very easy for the cops, especially in Port Aransas on spring break.
I'll never forget that we're back in the house that we rented, and it was like, where the hell's Jeff and Fred? We didn't see them till the next day, and they explained that they were arrested peeing on the side of the road. Just find a bathroom or a big tree.
Well, sometimes you can't.
The only place that it's permissible is a golf course. Right, as long as you're out of view from, people's houses.
I suppose, but if you're in Port Aransas, and depending on where they're at in Port Aransas, if you're on that long stretch trying to get from A to B, and you've got to go, and nature's calling, and your choice is to pull over and hope the cop doesn't pull up, or you wet yourself. And you probably know this better than most. with your tiny bladder.
I haven't always had a tiny bladder. I mean, there have been times where it wasn't that tiny, but I remember waiting in line for the ferry. I mean, sometimes that takes a while, right?
That
so
does.
You have no choice but to get out and relieve yourself.
But if you never driving down on the side of the road, just that, I got to stop right here.
Yes.
Right now.
Right now.
Right now.
Yes, I've done that.
And if the cop happens to pull up on you, and I mean, at that point, well, your option is to risk going to jail or peeing your pants while driving. What option are you going to take?
Wow. Well, I mean, I'm not going to mess up the car. I'll get out of jail. I know people.
210-225-2121.
Exactly. But then, I don't want to pee in my car, and then you're screwed there. So,
well, that's it. I mean, and is it really go to jail, or is it more or less just a ticket?
That's a good question. Are there any police officers out there that can answer that question? 210-656-3776. Give us a call and let us know, because I don't know the answer to that.
See, I have a friend back in high school, and girls can get away with this, but I'll never forget my a friend. She got pulled over for speeding, and the cop said, "Why are you in such a hurry?" And she says, "I really have to go to the bathroom." And he said, "We'll get there safely." And she got out of the ticket.
Nice.
Yes. I couldn't believe it.
Well, she is the key phrase there, I think. If I said that, that's tough.
Yes.
Pee your pants, buddy.
Exactly.
So it's, mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. And my friend Ashley said, imagine being in that ferry line with 5 kids that have to pee.
Yeah, that ferry line can be tough.
It can be,
especially if you're. No, and I never do this, especially if you're drinking on the way. I mean,
never do that.
Never do that. And I don't recommend that.
The good news is, depending on what side of the ferry line you're on, you got that Dairy Queen right there that you can run into.
Yes, you do. Yeah, Aransas Pass. If you feel like there's going to be a ferry line, stop in Aransas Pass first, and then hit the ferry line.
Yes.
Well, but typically we do, because you're pretty close, and that's where you can get refreshments.
Exactly. You imagine 5 kids in that ferry line, and
no,
you realize, one might say they have to pee, then they all have to pee,
of course.
Then you got a mess on your hands.
Dude, when I was had kids and they were young.
Well, you still have kids.
Well, I mean, yeah, but they're old kids now. But when you're going on trips like that, we go to the beach. What, a 2.5-3 hour drive would take about 5 or 6.
Oh,
we're stopping at every Dairy Queen on the way, because they always had to pee. It was pretty annoying. It wasn't me that had to do that. It was them.
Yeah. Now
it's me.
It's going to be you. It's going to be who has to pee fat sooner, the Grandpa Joe or the grandkids.
Good question. I don't know. I haven't been on a road trip with the grandkids yet, so I don't know how that works.
I imagine.
I'm sure that's coming.
But I mean, both of you guys are going to be in diapers, so it won't matter.
And I'm okay with that. I'm all right with that. It's ironic, right? You start out life in diapers and you end it that way too. It's just weird.
Full circle. Full circle. The Houston Texans started training camp today. They're down there sweating in places they didn't know they had. Welcome to Houston Texans training camp.
Yes, my gosh. What I said was bad news for them, and I think it is, just simply because this hasn't healed yet. Running back Joe Mixon is starting camp on a non-football injury list. He's got that ankle issue from last year that still has not completely healed. And maybe a red flag, maybe not. Maybe they're just taking it slow with him and not wanting him to do anything too solid. But to me, that'd be a little bit of I'd be a little concerned if I'm James Pledger, for example.
I guess there's a possibility, but when you listen to Nick Caserio, you listen to D'Amico Ryans, the first week on the PUP list, I'm not overly worried about. If this lingers deep into camp, then you might go, but at the same time, the glass half full is Nick Chubb's getting a lot of work right now.
Yes, he is, but does he really need a lot of work? I mean,
yes, he's on a new team.
That dude's old.
He's on a new team.
You better wrap him in bubble wrap too, that guy.
Stop.
If both of those guys stay healthy, though, honestly, that's a pretty good combo at running back. even though both of them, have been around a little bit, but not a bad combo at the running back position.
No, I mean, they again, with the Houston Texans, the revamped offensive line is the biggest question coming in. They've got the running game. They've obviously have the quarterback. They've got the receiving core. Do they have the offensive line? $1 million question with high expectations coming into this season.
Without a doubt. The New York Football Giants have announced, at least going into camp, that Russell Wilson is their starting quarterback as we sit here today.
What I find interesting, when he first signed there was supposed to be some sort of open competition. After spring, you start, he is QB1. Then you've got Jackson Dart, who you drafted high. I expect Jackson Dart at some point this year to be the starter. So what do you do with Jameis Winston? You look around teams that are going to need a quarterback or want a veteran quarterback. How much of an option is Jameis Winston?
Boy, Tennessee Titans. It'd be a perfect landing spot for him behind Cam Ward.
Well, you say that, but do you want Cam Ward being tutored by Jameis Winston?
Well, I didn't think it out that far, so I'm not sure. Jameis Winston's a pretty good guy, though, and he's funny as hell.
He is.
So I don't know. Now, look, Jackson Dart I saw today, first pass of 11 on 11, he threw a pick.
Again,
so
not – interceptions in training camp aren't something that I get overly worked up about.
Well, I hear you,
and again, I look at, there was video the other day of Jackson Dart throwing a dime to a dude on a jet ski, right? And so an interception in training camp, yes, nobody wants to see your quarterback throw an interception, but sometimes you have to understand what the drill is, or, especially in training camp, the defense, here's what the plays are. They know what the plays are. They can easily jump that route because they know what the play is. There's not a surprise, especially at this point. But again, nobody wants to see your quarterback throwing an interception.
Nobody wants to see that, especially your first throw of training camp.
And it only get better from here.
I guess so, man. But that first completion is going to be great.
Yes.
Isn't it? It really is.
Ball didn't touch the ground.
This is a surprise to me. The Bengals say they plan to play Joe Burrow in preseason more than ever before. The trend is now that none of the starting quarterbacks typically play in preseason. If they do, it's a series at most. The reason they say they're going to do that is because the Bengals, over the last several years, have gotten off the really poor starts to the regular season. So they say that they're hoping that helps.
Well, and again, you're running a little bit of a risk because of injury, but at the same time, getting a rhythm, taking advantage of preseason while you still have it, because the Bengals do have to do something differently. They haven't been good early, and knowing how bad their defense is, but obviously offensively early in seasons, they don't feel like they're in sync enough. So you might as well get to play. Plus, he's missed so much time. Remember, we had the calf strain in training camp. I mean, Joe Burrow has dealt with his share of injuries. I mean, what does he won? 2 Comeback Player of the Year awards? I mean, you win 2 Comeback Player of the Year awards because, well, the year before must have been awful because generally for injury, like Dak Prescott this year will be in line to win Comeback Player of the Year. That's an award nobody really wants, but
it could happen.
It could happen.
And Joe Burrow, there's a headline right now on ProFootballTalk.com. Joe Burrow said today that Trey Hendrickson and Shamar Stewart contract disputes are obviously disappointing. I would have to, and no, look, Joe Burrow, I'm not feeling sorry. The guy's rich as hell, and they've made him that way. But you almost get the feeling sometimes, wouldn't you want to just get the hell out of a place like Cincinnati and go somewhere where maybe they give a damn about the players and he couldn't go to Dallas. He'd be just as disappointed there. But I mean, somewhere where they actually give a damn. I don't know, like Philadelphia, perhaps.
I mean, everybody's situation is what it is, right? And the contracts and it's there. I mean, at one point, Joe Burrow was going through contract discussions, right? He ultimately won his. And that's the thing, is these players always seem to win. Even when they lose, they still win. I mean, you look at TJ Watt, wanted 5, got 3. He still has 108 million guaranteed, right? It's even your L's are pretty damn good wins when it's all said and done from that standpoint.
Boy, isn't that the truth? That certainly is the truth. Hey, we're winning today, that's for sure, because we are out at Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit. It is a great place out here in Selma, right off I-35. If you plug it into your GPS, it'll get you right here. Food truck is outside. They've got stuff for your dog, too. You want to bring them here. And you need to check this place out. If you're thinking about leaving town, you need a place for your dogs, this is the place. Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit. And we'll continue from here when we continue on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Injuries do happen, and when they do, you can skip the ER and get straight to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, strains, conveniently located in the Corey area with extended hours Monday through Saturday. They have everything you need to treat your injury. On-site x-ray, casting, and bracing. They got it all. And you know what? Best part? No urgent care or emergency room copay. So if you're injured, get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic. Learn more online at tsaog.com. That's tsaog.com.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Thursday on the Morning Huddle, tick, tick, tick. What you're hearing is that clock. MLB's trade deadline is just a week away. We'll look at what should happen.
Yeah, what are the Astros and the Rangers going to do? But also, we got training camp. It's football season, baby. What's up with Michael? What's the latest there? Don't be late. Party starts at 6.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Morning 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Mike Rowe here with a quick question. Have you noticed cracks in your drywall, chimney, or exterior walls? I hope not, because if you have, they could be indications that you've got a much bigger problem with your foundation. That's where Groundworks comes in. They can honestly assess your situation and create a plan to stabilize your foundation.
Schedule your free inspection at groundworks.com/row.
Groundworks is the official foundation repair company of Texas Athletics. Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products or compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want to boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Turn things all the way up and find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy.
The Lion and Rose at the Dominion, your daily happy hour spot from 3 till 7 p.m. 250 drafts, wine, wells, and bites from just $5. Big screens, bold flavors, and a patio made for post-game hangs. Lion and Rose at 23330 West I-10.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, the timeshare cancellation guy. In 2011, I founded Wesley Financial Group with one goal in mind: to help honest folks out of their timeshares permanently. Today, I run Wesley with my 2 sons, a real family business, treating every client and every employee like we'd want our own family treated. That philosophy has helped us grow into the largest, most trusted timeshare cancellation company in the United States. Fortune magazine even recognized us as one of the best places to work. Why? Because we genuinely care. In fact, some of our former clients were so moved by their experience working with us, they joined our team so they could help others to timeshare freedom. If you're stuck in a timeshare, give us a call. Let our family help your family.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit kit. 800-761-0000. That's 800-761-0000. 800-761-0000.
It's Jason and Joe from the Blitz. Join us at Circa Las Vegas in August for the Circa Sports Ultimate Contest Weekend.
The Blitz will be live at Circa August 21st and 22nd, and then we're staying for the weekend. Come to Vegas with us for the Ultimate Contest Weekend.
Circa Survivor and Circa Million are back. Enter in Nevada, play from anywhere. So join the Blitz at Circa Las Vegas.
Details and discounted rooms with promo code BLITZ available online at sasportstar.com.
Hey, listen to this.
All it needed was a new starter. Got a great deal on eBay. Did it myself.
Yeah, that's cool. But how about the soft purr of an upgraded exhaust when it fits just right?
For me, it's the little things, like these new windshield wipers from eBay I installed.
From small fixes to big upgrades, eBay has all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
Hey, it's Rob here. Join us at Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuits today for a fun house tour. Enjoy free food for your pets and all you owners out there. We got raffles, we got giveaways, and so much more. Today from 2 to 6, Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit right off 35 in Selma.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and the Gomez Law Firm present the second annual Back to School Drive, Saturday, August 2nd from 11 till 1 p.m. or while supplies last at the Gomez Law Firm, 2943 Moss Rock Drive. Free backpacks and school supplies for all school-age children while supplies last, so don't be late. Presented by the Gomez Law Firm, 2943 Moss Rock Drive. Sponsored in part by North Park Toyota, Centromed, Romo Door Supply, and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Oh, what a great Wednesday afternoon it is. We are live out at Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe. Jason is here. Nick Trey, engineering. No Greg Shelton today. Things have been a lot happier out here, haven't they?
Well, less grumpy, that's for sure.
Less grumpy for sure. And we got old James Pledger back in the glass box of fun, back at the studio, playing the music and pushing the buttons. But we're having a great time out here at Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit.
And look, we want you to come out, visit with us. Bring your dogs. We've said that. Dude showed up, and I'm not sure if that's full-bred pit bull or not.
I don't. It was a huge dog.
Gorgeous dog. Wearing his Dallas Cowboys T-shirt.
Sure was.
I mean, that is die hard.
And I'm going to tell you, the head on that dog, it looked like a bear.
Yeah.
I mean, it really did look like a bear.
Uh-huh.
It was huge, but it was beautiful dog. Beautiful dog.
Wearing a Cowboys T-shirt. Now, again, guy's a diehard fan. He's got a prosthetic leg. And and it's branded with the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, not the dog, but the guy.
Yeah, the guy. The dog could. I mean, I'm but yeah, it's pretty cool. And there's dog treats here.
Yeah.
There's human treats here.
There is. It's a Tomatillo's food truck out there. So they got a lot of good food out there. Went out there. There's all kinds of, there's a couple of vendors out there as well. And so come on out and see us. If you get an opportunity, come out and see us. We're right here in Selma, right off I-35. You can't miss it. Put it in your GPS. It's Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit. That's where we're broadcasting live from today. So it's a good day on this hump day, Minix.
It is. And again, a couple of days away from us heading out to California for our AA Best Bail Bonds Dallas Cowboys training camp coverage. Now they're going through their first real quote unquote practice, but it's ramp up stuff. They did a little yesterday. They're doing a little today. We get out there on Saturday. First padded practice is on Sunday.
Yes.
And that's really when training camp begins. I don't need to go watch a ramp up period, right?
No, it's a walkthrough. I always get it's interesting, and everybody does it. So I'm not picking on any one guy in particular or girl, but it's like I saw a couple of things yesterday from some of the reporters that are out there. It's up on so and so had a great day today, and this guy had a great day today. I'm going, really? I mean, how? Yeah, Shotty was. Shotty was talking about it.
Well, hang on.
Do we have it?
Well, Pledge says we dropped. Oh, now we're back. All right. So are we live?
Are we here? Does this thing work?
All right, test 1 2 1 2. Yeah, I mean, Shotty was talking about pulling Sam Williams from practice.
The journey Sam's been on over the past 11 months, really 12 months, is incredible. We understand why he was so excited to be out there. But again, I showed it to the team today, and I told them, I said, hey, you're going to have an incredible year, but we can't practice like that. When one guy's going at a certain tempo that's prescribed and somebody else gets excited and they go, what happened was, you guys probably saw the play. Neville gets knocked back right into the back's legs, and then there's bodies on the ground and things like that. Does it happen? Sure. But part of us teaching these guys the discipline of doing it the right way is, if they make a mistake, which that's all it was a mistake. He was excited. You remove him from practice. You explain why. I walked over immediately to him. He was like, Coach, my bad. I was just excited. I said, I get it. Bring that when we're in pads. Like, we want to see that in pads. It's just right now when you're in helmets and you don't have the protective shoulders, you're getting bull rushed, and guys on the ground. There was way too many guys on the ground. Not even that play, because guys get tangled up. And really, the number one thing that I don't like about guys on the ground is we can't finish. We can't finish and run and chase the ball and do all the things that we need to from a conditioning standpoint.
It's like we're having some technical difficulties out on location out of Blue Bonnet Bunk and Biscuit, where the guys are currently working on getting them reshaped back in. But yeah, Sam Williams kicked out of practice the other day. Went a little too hard on a couple of plays. But Sam Williams' energy is what Shotty said he'd love to hear. And it looks like we've got the guys back. I think so.
Hey, Pledge.
All right.
Oh, yeah, Pledge stepping in and taking care of business. Way to go, Pledge. James Pledger, everybody.
Yeah. Pledge, what did we miss?
Yeah,
Sam Williams just getting kicked out of practice for going a little hard.
Well, I mean, and look, that's going to happen from time to time. And it is interesting because you heard Brian Schottenheimer. Look, it was a mistake. It was this. Brian Schottenheimer, full of energy, full of family, full of love.
He's cheesy as hell.
And I appreciate it. But the daily press conferences, it is like if I want to read a motivational book or listen to motivational quotes, I know where to go for that, right?
But Mr. Rogers.
But I would, to a degree, and again, I get it. I just wonder what this guy's going to be like. I don't know if they lose 2 in a row. When somebody has a dumbass penalty, are you going to say, "Oh, it's okay, Sam, it was just a mistake"? We're going to pull you off to the side, and we're gonna talk about it, and we're going to sit you in the corner, and you're going to have to be without your phone for 10 minutes. I mean, dude, that's how people get hurt. I understand what he is saying on the microphone. I am curious what he is saying in the meeting room when it comes to accountability, because he is very much seemingly a player's coach, very different than what we had from Mike McCarthy. Every player talks about his energy. Every player talks about his personality, and they like it. I mean, it's, it feeds off of it. I mean, Miles Sanders was talking about it, the buy-in that you're getting from the team because of Brian Schottenheimer.
And with the new head coach, with the change, and you can see what type of respect they have for Shotty. Because I'm pretty sure Shotty just wanted guys to show up and just be there, just to have that type of atmosphere. And with Dak being there, CD, Mike, all the guys, even Trey, it shows a lot. That's showing that this year is a big year. So it's just a lot to prove this year throughout everybody, not just one person. But yeah, it's taking one day at a time.
And there's a ton of buy-in from the rest of the team as we're still seemingly having some difficulties out at Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit. But everybody, as you heard Jason say, talking about Shotty's energy.
Yeah, his energy is amazing. I'm not gonna lie. Stand-up guy, thorough dude too. One of those coaches that you can just go up and have any type of conversation with. You don't hesitate to talk to him, because a lot of places you hesitate to talk to the head coach. You don't know. You know what I'm saying? So, but Scotty's a real players first coach, and it's the way we practice is the way his energy is. It's just he just wants energy all throughout the practice and everybody running around. So we're not out there too long. So just wants to get that work in.
And I tell you, I mean, at some point, everybody, as they talk about this family atmosphere, probably should learn everybody's name. Jerry called Micah Parsons Michael the other day, and now Miles Sanders calls him Scotty as opposed to Shotty. But that's just part of it. And look, he could be a player's first coach. But I'm curious what the accountability is in the room. He can say what he wants on, it was just a mistake. That happened. No. And granted, first day of practice, you expect some mistakes. But the accountability is one thing that I'm curious ultimately how we're going to hear that from him. Now, Brian Schottenheimer did talk today a little bit about his philosophy difference from what the guys have experienced under Mike McCarthy.
Yeah, I mean, I won't compare it to what Mike did. I thought, I really liked and a lot of things we did, under Mike. My philosophy is, again, get these guys on the field. We ask them to run around a lot and move around a lot. I think what I try to do is get them on the field, get them off. But they got to give us what we want in terms of effort and all that. So I would say some of the practices might be a little bit shorter, but we're trying to get the numbers, the GPS numbers, the catapult numbers up a little bit higher. But we're allowed certain amounts of time, and if they're not putting out, which they always have, then we can make practices up to 2.5 hours as we get going. But I think these guys like the philosophy. Let's get on, let's get off. Coach, we'll lay it out there for you.
And as we hear from Shotty talking about the philosophy and the difference between Mike McCarthy's offense and his, he talked a lot about what that offense is going to look like.
Yeah, there's a number of things. Obviously, the balance of what you can do, both gun and under. We have both. There's a ton of tells when you're in the shotgun based off the back's location. If the back's offset weak, if the back's offset strong, there's tells. Dak feels like he's back at Mississippi State a little bit, playing under center. But that's really the main reason. We want to be multiple. You know that. We're going to be multiple. We're going to be difficult to defend because we're going to be under center. We're going to be in the gun. You haven't seen pistol yet, but pistol's coming for all of our opponents that are listening to me talk right now. There'll be some pistol. There'll be some wildcat. So again, we're going to be multiple, and we're going to attack people, and our system's built to do that.
He really does sound good. He sounds great. He sounds like the hokiness just bothers the heck out of me. It really does. And maybe that's just the way that he is. And but I'm with you. I think at some point, look, if Sam Williams, if Miles Sanders' ankle would have been snapped or rolled because Sam Williams is out there playing grab ass, then you need to get pissed about that. And so I thought, well, it's just his excitement. Come on, coach. At some point in time, this whole family thing, I yell at my kids when they do something wrong.
Yeah.
It's okay to do that.
And they're old.
Yes.
And you're still yelling.
You might want to spank them on the hiney.
And it's more than get off my lawn.
Exactly.
I mean, it's accountability. That's what, and again, that's the kind of stuff that won us all over in the off season, because again, I wasn't overly excited about the hire, but he has won me over. I have bought in. I understand how he got the job, but now it's
Feels like we're still having some issues out at Blue Bonnet Bunk and Biscuit, but you can join the guys out at Blue Bonnet Bunk and Biscuit. They are out there just down on I-35 out in Selma, and great place, great opportunity for y'all to go out and see the guys live out at Blue Bonnet Bunk and Biscuit out there in Selma. Just put that into your GPS and go ahead and figure out a way to get out there, because it is a great time out there. Of course, you've heard all the dogs barking and whatnot, but Brian Schottenheimer, obviously a lot becoming an issue with his controllability with the players. Although there were a couple of fights out at practice earlier today, it looks like. I think we got the guys back.
I think
Fights at practice.
Yeah, well, and we'll talk more about that coming up at 4:35. Clarence Hill from All City Dallas will join.
Helpless when it comes. But hey, you come out here to us in person. You don't have to listen on YouTube or on the radio. You want to come out to Blue Bonnet Bunk and Biscuit, you can do that. And we're right off 35 right here in Selma. Come on out and see us. Food truck out there, delicious food. And they've got stuff for your dog as well. You can take a tour of this beautiful facility that they have going here as well. We're going to talk a lot more Dallas Cowboys football. We'll do that when we return from Blue Bonnet Bunk and Biscuit. We're on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Have you made your plans for the weekend? And I'm talking about
from the San Antonio Sports Star Studios, sponsored by George Salinas Injury Lawyers. This is KTFM Floresville. So many storylines to cover for you. Micah's contract, because there's always a contract. Dak's health, George Pickens edition, a whole new running back room, new look offense, offensive line, new defensive scheme. We're bringing you all the latest on everything. All day. Live from Oxnard, California, San Antonio Sports Stars coverage of Dallas Cowboys training camp. Brought to you by AA Best Bail Bonds and sponsored in part by Southern Recipe Pork Rinds, Jim Beam, and AARP. Starting Monday morning, live from Oxnard, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Circa Million and Circa Survivor are back with a massive $21 million in guaranteed prizes. Circa Million. Pick 5 games against the spread each week. 126 ways to win with $6 million guaranteed. Circa Survivor, 1 pick a week. No point spread. Last the longest to win it all. $15 million guaranteed. Enter in Nevada. Play from anywhere. $21 million guaranteed. Visit circasports.com for details.
Good morning, Doctor. Doctor? Hi, Doctor. Doctor?
Dr. Jackson's practice is growing.
What do you mean we're still short-staffed?
He needs a good patient doctor.
How do we not have enough doctors to doctor all these patients?
And he doesn't have the patience to sift through hundreds of resumes.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Eczema flaring up again? We have good news. Exoderm. If you or someone you love suffers from eczema or dermatitis, get Exoderm, the common sense answer for eczema. This stuff really does work. Exoderm contains the #1 doctor-recommended ingredient in a clean hypoallergenic cream with no harsh additives. Take back control of your eczema with affordable, fast-acting Exoderm Flare Control Cream. Exoderm, it's in the first aid aisle of your local Walmart, H-E-B, and other fine stores.
Fabric Talk. Hello, my love. I am your living room carpet. I see everything. I feel everything. After a while, I smell like everything, including Sir Pickles, who you snuggle with while binging that dating show you can't stop watching. So, how about we freshen things up with Febreze Fabric Spray? Oh, and a big spray for my pals, couch and ottoman. Ah, yes, refreshing. Breathe happy, Febreze. La 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 la.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing at $20 a monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
Calling all snack MVPs, it's time to huddle up with Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds, the low-carb, high-protein snack with a flavor-packed crunch. From sea salt and cracked black pepper to hot honey, sweet barbecue, and more, these bold bites are ready to tackle your crunch time cravings. Find your flavor playbook at H-E-B and make every bite count. Because when it's crunch time, there's only one snack you need on your team. Southern Recipe Small Batch. You know, the Roo Pub is proven to be the best place to watch games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the fights, and when you show up at the Roo Pub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch a game. Just down from the Big Blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
The offense for new head coach and play caller Brian Schottenheimer has been revamped. Offensive line revamped, a healthy Dak, new weapons with George Pickens to complement CeeDee Lamb, and a whole new running back room, and potentially a whole new philosophy on offense.
You wanted this noise! You wanted this noise!
We're taking you with us for all the insight from Oxnard, California. San Antonio Sports Stars, coverage of Dallas Cowboys training camp, brought to you by AA Best Bell Bonds, and sponsored in part by Southern Recipe Pork Rinds, Jim Beam, and AARP. Starting Monday morning, live from Oxnard, South Texas, home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. San Antonio's Sports Center.
Well, the San Antonio Spurs have made a couple of moves. Today they added guard Lindy Waters III. He's a 4-year pro. Spurs signed him to a 1-year deal. 37% shooter from the three-point strike. They also announced today that they have signed guard David Jones Garcia to a 2-way contract. Of course, per team policy, details of that contract not announced. And Joe Mixon starting training camp with the non-football injury list for the
Sports
Texans.
Center brought to you by Synergenics. Book your appointment at fixmylowteam.com.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the 3rd time in 7 seasons. The San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
And guess what day it is?
Oh, here we go.
Hump Day!
It's better when we were off the air.
Yeah.
Now Rob Thompson.
Yeah.
Rob Thompson must have thought that the show still started at 4 because when he was a part of the Blitz, it started at 4. But he did show up out here fashionably late. He'll blame traffic, but we know there's never ever any traffic on I-35.
You know, one of the things I learned is, I like the anticipation. I was going to actually call you and tell you what time I was going to get here. So we hear he's on 16 and 4. He's coming.
Yeah.
So just build up, and finally he'd arrived. But no, I didn't go that route. I just sat.
Did you beat the GPS time?
I did. But I. A state. I mean, that's a long ass drive.
Traffic is tough out here this time of day, or any time of day for that matter. But place is growing like nuts out here.
I told when I got here, I told the Jeannie that runs the place, I'm not used to driving in the daylight. I didn't know there were so many people in the world.
The scary part at your age, you shouldn't drive at night.
No, I tell you what, there's nobody else. So speaking of driving at night, I went and saw. Have y'all seen F1?
No.
Oh,
is it good?
Oh, I mean the movie's the plot. Guess what? It works out.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, right.
Who'd have thought it works out?
Brad Pitt
it works out for him. But the racing scenes are just
wow.
Grip your seat. Go see it in IMAX. Go do it because they really did a good job of putting you in the car.
Oh wow.
So when I drive to work in the morning, I'm not going to talk about the roads I'm on because there might be my good friends in blue might be listening. But for the most part, I'm basically alone coming down these country roads. Since I've seen F1, my drives to work in the morning have become a lot more fun.
Well, you've always thought you're Brad Pitt anyway.
And
right?
I'm right. In a lot of ways.
Yes.
But I'm like trying to find an angle. I'm doing all kinds of stuff. And there's nothing more fun than driving over all the different colors of paint like you see on the F1. So I'm only doing like 35 miles an hour, but it feels like fun.
Well, that's fast for you, Miss Daisy. But when you look at it and you think about the cops that are listening right now at 4:05,
they're asleep.
They're not out patrolling when you're driving to work at 4:05 a.m.
And actually, SAPD, it's not your jurisdiction.
Okay.
I'm outside of where it might be. I'm not going to disclose my particular racetrack.
Just somewhere in Bexar County.
Somewhere in Bexar County between 4 and 4:35. I might be cutting a corner.
It might be on 1604. It could be 410.
No, I wouldn't do that on a highway.
Oh, boy.
No, honestly, I wouldn't. But there's the course and the cutting and seeing all the paint on the roads, dude. It's the best thing about my
You've got it mapped out.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Seriously. I have
and
I have a time that I'm trying to beat.
Sure.
I stay right about 27 minutes, 39 seconds. I mean, I time this stuff.
Can't wait to get to work.
Someday
See, that's Rob Thompson.
Someday I'm going to have a life. Who races to work?
Nobody.
I do.
Now, do you race home?
I try to.
Do you beat your time going home?
I'll tell you why I drive home so fast.
There's a nap involved.
Well, I drive home so fast because in the previous 6 hours, I've consumed roughly a gallon of fluid, most of it caffeine. So I've got about a 30-minute window. Joe knows what I'm talking about.
I understand exactly what you're talking about.
I drive faster some days than others, and I've had to make a pit stop once or twice. I'm of that age. So, no, it's a race home, too, but for an entirely different reason.
I'm just curious, and this is not going to do anybody any good, Rob, but I'm just kidding. Now, when you go home, do you go right to sleep or do you stay up a while?
No, I have a process. I have to walk my dogs. I get home normally by about 11:15.
All right.
And then I try to be in my nap place, wherever that might be, by 12:30 to 1.
I got you.
And then from 1, it could be 2 hours, could be 3, hell, it could be 4. Just don't look for me before 5.
Yeah, I got you.
I hear what he's saying. You know what the truth is? The guy's out of the building. He's home by 10:29, and if you need to talk to him, you call him between 10:01
you gotta catch me in the car.
10:29 because he's asleep by 10:38.
No, I wish I could, but I got dogs that are like, hey, we got to go. So I've got to balance that, and I got to eat. So between all that and then, just in relax. I act like it's a normal work day, and I try to be available by 5. You know what I mean?
That allows
available
to
who? Your wife?
Well, I mean, I can go do chores.
Because who else is looking for you?
Well, at that point is when I get up and I like act like I'm just getting home from work. There's like honeydews to do like that or whatever it might be. And this allows me to stay up till 10, 11 at night.
Oh, gotcha.
I
Okay.
sleep about 4 hours at a time.
All right.
Well, and the reality is because his wife is home and she doesn't want him around in the
No,
middle of
she's
her
happy.
day.
She'd
go to sleep. She's got her stuff to do.
It's serious. And I'll wake up and I'll like some days I've learned not to nap on our bed. And if don't get under the blankets, then that's not a nap. That gets weird.
Yeah, that gets to be.
I'll wake up and like I'm surrounded by folded clothes. She's spent like I've been in there asleep. She's just laying pillowcases on my head.
Oh man! Well, you've got to rest up, man. We're
you ready?
Oxnard.
Yeah. See, this is the 1 week a year I kind of go. It's going to be 20-hour days.
Absolutely.
I mean, I got to keep up with you guys at night.
Yeah.
And I only get it a week, so by Saturday I'm a wrung out sponge.
You can handle it.
Oh no, I am so excited about this year. And you know why I'm excited? And this sounds hokey, and this is not a setup. All this week. All this talk about Micah and his contract, he's going to get paid. We all know it. It's just going to happen at some point. I hope it happens while we're there instead of 15 minutes before kickoff. But, he's going to get his money. It might not be for as long, but he'll have something to plant his flag about. It'll be the mostest, the whatever, something. We're not getting a chance to talking about Shoddy. I just heard him say we're going to be running a pistol? What?
Well, no.
So I think this is the kind of stuff that Jerry's like, yeah, let's talk about Micah's contract. What's going on with our offense? I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but seriously, it's going to be fun to be there next week to see them put this thing in because this is nothing like McCarthy did.
Well, and what I'm curious of, because I think the pistol was just a joke. In case
Maybe it was, but it got me. I thought, what?
But one of the things that Joe and I were talking about earlier in the show is, Shoddy's won every press conference since he got the job. He's won us over. But now that we're in training camp, it's starting to get a little hokey. All right, when are you going to hold guys accountable? Like Sam Williams pulled from, he made a mistake. No, there was a fight today, and I'm reading a tweet from a reporter out there. Patrick Walker says there was a fight, and Schottenheimer on this video, quote, play hard but control your effing selves. Do you effing understand me? So is there
Shoddy said that?
Yes.
Wow.
According to this tweet in this video. So I'm curious if he's a little bit more like Jason Garrett, but with personality. Garrett was one way on the podium, and on the practice field, we would hear him dog cuss some players, right? But he was never that way on the podium.
It's true.
Is Schottenheimer, what he is saying in the meetings, different than what he's, it's just a mistake,
no,
Sam. It's
I know.
okay.
We knew his dad.
Yeah.
His dad would gut punch you with cuss words.
But dude, I'm already sick of the dude on the podium. He's like the Bill Cosby show.
Well, he speaks in posters. He speaks in the motivational sayings. That drives me crazy. But that's a lot of coaches. I don't know this guy. I really don't. And that's one of those things that I can't understand why Jerry isn't all in on focusing on this and the peripheral stuff. But he'd much rather have us talking about Micah and whether he can play next year a full season and is overpaid quarterback. And instead of this remarkable, this could be pretty crazy cool, or it could be a train wreck.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why Jerry's kind of pushing us to pay attention to the sideshow instead of what really matters here is it's not a whole new offensive install, but every time I hear him talking, it's going to be a little bit more varied than I expected.
You know what I have noticed about him, at least early on, and it is very early on, and he's not even concerned about the defense. He's letting Eberflus do all of that. It just seems to me that that's the way that he's operating. He's concentrating squarely on the offense.
Does he feel like a substitute teacher? Does he feel like they're testing him to see how much they can get away with? Or not away with, but you know what I mean.
I don't know, but the problem is in that whole Sam Williams thing. I mean, and I'm glad if this is true, that makes me very happy. If he's cussing people out, for acting like fools.
Cussing costs me nothing. The moment he starts fining, we'll know what matters. You know what I mean? The moment checks need to be written, that's when
he's talking about Sam Williams running into people, and then that guy ran into the running back. I mean, the first cracked ankle or sprained ankle, then that's where you got a problem, and that's when I think people need to be held accountable.
Yeah. Do you want a little bit of outlaw here? Well, I'm not saying I want penalty ridden, but it seems to me my favorite Cowboy team's got a little bit of outlaw to them.
I mean, Physical and disciplined, though.
I mean, that's the dream.
Because they weren't with McCarthy.
No, we were not that. We were not outlaw by any stretch.
No,
we were a good guy team doing good guy things.
And undisciplined.
Yeah, but they didn't do it out of malice. I'd rather, if we're going to get the penalties, let's get it out of malice. Let's start a fight instead of holding somebody.
You want to be the Raiders, huh?
Well, I mean, not to that extent.
I'd rather have a late hit than a false start.
Exactly. If we do this, make it. I hate to grab a movie, but that Pacino. If you're going to make a mistake, make a huge mistake. You know, I mean, if you're going to do it, you might as well do it, kind of stuff. But I do like that edge of the seat mentality. I do think that there's some success that can be found in there, as long as you're like Jason just said, have a little bit of discipline to you. And I don't think we're ever going to be that, but I do like a little bit of living on the edge. And maybe Sam's trying to prove a point. I don't know.
Well, he's just excited.
He's
excited, Rob.
Just
he's excited. He made a mistake. He's excited.
Yeah.
You know, he's been such an intelligent guy in the past. He hasn't made any other mistakes ever.
It's going to be a blast. Pads on Sunday for the first time, man.
So
it is going to be a blast.
For the crisp Oxnard air.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You got your winter coat ready?
I know you do.
I got the heated vest.
We were talking earlier with AJ this morning, and you know he's only been to one. He goes like, "Do you have a routine?" Like, yes. And we're going to stick to that routine. It's just a matter of which places we hit when. But there's 3 restaurants I can guarantee you I'm going to eat at.
Absolutely.
And one I'm going to eat at every day called Spud Nuts.
Yes.
Yes.
So that's not going to change. Now, you can alter your situation, but mine will not.
Well, see, and the real routine is you guys go to work and get off the air at 8 a.m. California time.
Mm-hmm.
On your way to the beach house, you stop at Spud Nuts and you buy breakfast for everybody. Then you come back to the house, you wake us up. We eat breakfast, and you go to bed, and we go to work.
Well, one of us takes you to, and then we go back to sleep and meet you right about practice.
Yep.
Can't wait. Going to be fun.
Yeah,
I can't wait
and
either.
I can smell those sea breezes from here. We got us a casa this year.
We do.
We got us a casa.
It's very close.
I don't know how
to
we manage this.
A place called the Rudder Room.
I give Minix all the credit in the world. How we manage this. This is one of, by the photos, this could be the nicest place we've ever stayed.
I probably shouldn't say this on the air.
Oh, we've already booked it. Let's brag about it.
Well, that's it. Blame the boss. I mean, the dude kept dragging his feet on approving the house, and the other ones got booked, and you know, what was left were all the really big, expensive
I'll
ones.
tell you what, steak night's going to be fantastic. I can't wait to show off my Costa to those sucks at the fan.
Yeah.
Look where we're staying.
Exactly.
Metroplex sucks.
Exactly.
I'm guessing they got one of the ones that was a little bit.
Oh, they're next to the Rudder Room, living in tents.
That's where they belong
It's
anyway.
not a bad place,
No, it's
actually.
not bad
RJ.
at all.
That guy needs to be outside. Anyway.
Dude, I want you to hang around if you don't.
I'm not going to.
All right, well, because
it's too long of a drive. I'm stuck here.
There is an article that you're the basketball guy.
Uh-huh.
I want to talk to you about basketball.
Holiday Inn last night.
Well, there you go. We'll talk a little Spurs basketball because I got a couple of questions for you and some of the things that they've done and some of the things they haven't done.
My kid played against Lindy Waters, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, he did.
Well, see, that's the kind of stuff we're looking for, Minix, right there. We'll talk about it. We're live out at Bunk and Biscuit, Blue Bonnet Bunk and Biscuit in Selma, right off I-35. Come see us. We'll make it worth your while. How about some free tomatillos? Yeah, that's what they got out there. And we'll talk a little Spurs basketball when we return here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You know, nobody ever plans on getting arrested, but it does happen to a lot of people every day for all kinds of reasons. If you get arrested, you want to get out of jail fast, you know the best way to do that is by calling my good friend Albert and his great staff at AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747, or you can start the bonding process online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else to get out of jail, and you don't want to be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you a PR bond, make sure you truly understand what all those conditions are before accepting it. Your best option for stress-free bail bonds is AA Best Bail Bonds because nobody beats their price. They offer payment plans, have a free shuttle service. They are discreet and confidential and open 24/7 with offices all over San Antonio and Texas. Services nationwide. Up in Dallas, down in Corpus, anywhere in between. License number 149. Call AA Best Bail Bonds 210-225-2121 or go online mybestbailbonds.com.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and the Gomez Law Firm present the second annual Back to School Drive. Saturday, August 2nd from 11 till 1 or while supplies last at the Gomez Law Firm, 2943 Moss Rock Drive. Free backpacks and school supplies for all school-age children while supplies last, so don't be late. Presented by the Gomez Law Firm, 2943 Moss Rock Drive. Sponsored in part by Las Palapas, Array, the College of Healthcare Professionals, and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
If you need to hire, it seems like the whole process can be exhausting. You search resumes, wait for the right candidates to apply, set up initial interviews. It's a lot of time and work. Well, what if you could meet with qualified candidates for your job the very next day? Now you can with Zip Intro from ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Zip Intro is super easy to use. You simply pick a time, and it does all the work of finding and scheduling qualified candidates for you. Then you can choose who you want to talk to and meet with great people on back-to-back video calls as soon as the next day. Best of all, you save time and energy.
Try Zip Intro for free right now at this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Zip Intro. Post jobs today, talk to qualified candidates tomorrow. Once again, go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-499-9102. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 five-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-499-9102. That's 800-499-9102. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds. With that kind of money, you could go big time on a fancy water bottle with ultra titanium alloy metal. You're not sure why you need all that. I mean, it just holds water. But you're getting it anyway. Because if you're hiking near an active volcano and you accidentally drop the bottle into molten lava, your water will still be icy cold. Switch to Progressive and you could save big time. For water bottles. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states. Potential savings will vary.
The Lion and Rose at the Dominion, your daily happy hour spot from 3 till 7 p.m. 250 drafts, wine, wells, and bites from just $5. Big screens, bold flavors, and a patio made for post-game hangs. Lion and Rose at 23330 West I-10.
Game day starts at home, and Romo Door Supply delivers the win. From sturdy entrance doors to stylish interiors, Romo's got what your home team needs. Visit RomoDoorSupply.com. Quality doors, unbeatable prices. That's RomoDoorSupply.com.
Eat up, buddy. It's almost time for school. You take charge of your home. You take charge of your work. Don't forget to take charge of your gut health, too, with Nature Made Probiotics. Nature Made has clinically studied probiotics that work with your digestive tract's natural bacteria, so you won't miss a beat in your daily routine. Find us in the vitamin aisle. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
It's the Blitz with Jason and Joe on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Live out in Selma this afternoon at Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit, and you can be here too. We got free food for you if you want that. We got free food for your dog if you want that. Come on out and see this beautiful place. Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit, right off I-35 here in Selma. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagel. Jason Minix is here, and, well, we got a little bonus today. Rob Thompson.
I'm in the house.
In-house.
If you're going to stop by with your dog, pick up a dried esophagus to take home with you.
Is that really a dried esophagus?
That's a large moo tube to you and me.
A what?
Moo tube.
And what
I don't know if that's the intake or the outtake, but
well, I mean,
wow,
you've got some pretty big dogs at the house. You should take them.
Can you imagine that thing flopping around your kitchen floor like a just long chewed on esophagus?
Oh, well, I mean, your dog would love it.
Step in that.
I don't want a big long
you would step
thing
on that.
down there.
Yes.
Oh, you can get some duck feet.
Duck feet,
chicken feet. You soak those in water, you got soup.
It's called Pet Deli.
In fact, I think if you took everything off that counter,
it'd be a hell of a soup, huh?
Use a couple of pig ears, some large moo tube, and you add a few duck feet and some salt and pepper.
I don't want to come eat at your house,
man.
okay? Duck feet stew.
Duck feet
at
stew.
the Thompson compound.
Come on over. That's Sunday. That's Sunday.
You smoke that on the Traeger, do you?
Put that on the Traeger. Put a little Gulf Coast smoke on that.
Oh,
that's
my
good.
gosh.
Yeah.
Talk about people being able to eat a shoe with that stuff on it. We'll prove it.
Yeah.
Woo.
Now, it's a question of the day, and Minix never has, and he doesn't have the guts to do it now. Have you ever had eaten a dog biscuit?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Did you like it?
I didn't. It wasn't awful.
No, it was awful.
Well, no, it's like it was nothing. It was like chewing on a piece of cardboard.
Well, it was like chewing on sawdust.
Well, I had
compressed
Well, you had to what?
I had to try it.
You had to try it.
Well, I had to. I lost.
Honestly, I've never tried the one that you would just buy at a grocery store. Because I figured that's,
Well, that's what I had.
But I have tried the ones that, like the little cutesy little boutique dog cookie things.
Uh-huh.
And I mean, if I'm paying $5 a biscuit, I want to see what the hell they're getting.
Now, I've known you a long time. You ain't paying $5 for a dog biscuit.
Not.
I mean, you're not paying $5 for a
I wouldn't even give my
biscuit.
dog a moo tube. What are you talking about? Go get your own. But
a moo tube. Go get a job.
Somebody hands you I'm serious. The little gift baskets with a little, and it looked like a cookie. And you're like, this is a dog button. So
you tried
it.
Human grade? Why not? You eat the jerky.
I don't know if it was human grade. I hope I'm still here. You get the urge to go pee in the yard every now and then.
You've probably eaten worse in your life, I'm sure.
that goes without saying.
Yes,
I've traveled with Minix. I've eaten some horrible food.
Yeah. That's what I'm known for.
Let's 3 a.m. horrible food. No, I don't blame you.
Well,
it's our own poor decisions.
The 3
I've had
a.m.
some bad 3 a.m. food that probably had that on some tortillas.
I mean, it's possible. I mean, we've had some adventures and experiences for sure.
I've had gutter dogs in some of the finest alleyways across this country.
There was that one 7-Eleven, the only one in the world that I've ever been to without a gas pump.
Really?
No gas pump? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It was random, but Rob needed a hot dog.
Got me a roller dog.
And I'm not really sure what that was.
Dude.
And by the time we got back to Oxnard, we're not sure what that really was.
That night goes as one of the strangest nights of my entire life. The gutter dog is just a minor sidebar.
But that's the only part of that night we can actually talk about on the radio.
I met a witch that night.
A witch?
She could see things. I'm not kidding. We met a witch.
A witch.
What
kind of
there's
bar
a term
were you
that I
in?
want to use
It wasn't at a bar.
for his cousin, but we were in his way.
Yes.
Late at night.
Yes.
When a witch showed up at 2 a.m. who could see things in trees like sprites and whatnot.
Sprites.
With little head. And that's only part of the night.
The hell's a sprite?
Little fairy. It puts you in the mind of fairies.
She was odd.
Oh boy.
And it was clear that we needed to leave because my cousin was
I felt that very uncomfortable. Dude, we're in his way, man. There's booty call going on right now.
Sprites going on. I'm like, damn.
We're in
This is getting weird.
We're in this guy's way.
Yeah, that was
Guy
a
has
night.
10,000 albums.
Yeah.
just another part of my night in the Hollywood Hills.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man. Some of the training camp trips and stuff like that. You find stories to tell. You always run into something.
Well, what I recommend is find us when we're not near a mic.
Yes,
So
exactly.
you can really hear what happened.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Like at the Rudder Room,
The worst bar in the world, and we have searched from coast to coast for the worst bar in this country,
and
I think
that is
we have
it.
actually. And it's really without any doubt. It's by far the worst bar I've ever been to.
Of all the bars that we've gone to, there's 3 that come to mind. There was the Rudder Room is number 1. There was the dive bar in that crappy hotel that we were staying at for the Super Bowl in Houston, where every night we were in there was gunplay. Somewhere
you could hear gunshots in the parking lot. I'm not kidding. And nobody moved. It was just like,
you walk out, here. Cops are there, yellow tape, always. I mean, it was just always that way. And this weird bar in Miami.
Oh, well, on the 8th floor of a hotel.
Yes. And we end up there. Now, I won't talk about what Rob was doing in the car, the driver over there with whatever she was serving in the whatever drink it was.
A drink of matcha.
Matcha.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that's what that really was.
Well, it was it was the national drink of Ecuador.
Matcha.
I think it was matcha.
What's in it?
It's an Ecuadorian delight.
It was odd.
It's basically a cleanser. You drink that, and everything you've eaten for the last 3 days,
it's out.
It's going to exit one of your openings. You just hope it's one of the 2 that you're used to.
No,
because it's coming out.
Now,
that was a mistake.
This Uber had like all kinds of lights and weird stuff going on in there. We get to the bar. Some dude on a motorcycle
we saw a dead guy.
was killed.
Dead guy.
Literally, his head was over yonder, and he was there. There were cops. So we go, but that bar closed at 3 a.m. and we closed it down. Rob only broke 3 glasses that night.
Man. That's another.
And then went home and washed his wallet and couldn't find it.
I thought you were going to bring up Minneapolis with the working man's bar. What was that one? With all the iron workers that it was like 8 below zero.
Yes.
Those guys would go stand outside to smoke. Man, you guys are tougher than me.
That bad.
That was an all right bar.
Yeah, no, that's a good bar.
Yeah, that doesn't make the top 5.
But nothing will match.
That's when you know you're addicted. That's for sure.
Oh man, you're
standing outside in -8 degrees because I gotta go smoke.
The only Super Bowl cigar party where nobody actually smoked a cigar because he had to go outside.
Exactly right. Exactly right.
But then we were hanging out with Zach Brown and didn't even know it. I mean, we were talking to this dude for like 30 minutes.
And somebody goes, "Hey, it's Zach Brown." Like, that's Zach Brown. You're Zach Brown.
But he knew we had no idea he was Mr. Chicken Fried, which is why he was hanging out with us. Because I mean, it was just one of those. And then somebody wanted a picture, and his night was ruined.
Yeah, pretty much. Then he left.
That was it.
But halfway through, we're like, "You're Zach Brown."
Say you don't know that.
He had some really bad Alabama football opinions.
He did.
And finally, we're like, "Oh, now I get it." It's okay. You're Zach Brown.
Sing something. Hey, we got to go. We got Clarence Hill coming up from All City, Dallas. He's going to join us next when we continue here from the Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit. Come see us on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. First, though, let me tell you about my beautiful Connecticut quality water softener. I love it, and I've had it in the house, and I tell you what, as soon as I got it, I knew there was something special about the Connecticut quality water softener. It just makes everything better, and I had no idea. I was really a skeptic. I didn't think it could be that much better than anything else, but I tell you what, I found out really quick that it is. It is so much better than anything else I've ever had. Look, Connecticut's been serving San Antonio for over 50 years. All their products are made here in America, and I love the fact that you don't plug this thing in. It does not run on electricity, but it provides soft water 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It is the best water softener on the market today by far. Treat yourself to a Connecticut quality water softener. And I tell you what, they're going to make it worth your while to do it, because when you buy one, you're going to get a free reverse osmosis drinking station that they'll install right there at your kitchen sink. They give you $400 off a trade-in of your old water softener and free money, 0% interest for 12 months. That's right, 0% interest for 12 months. Call Connecticut of San Antonio in the Hill Country. The numbers to call, 656-PURE, 210-656-7873, or you can get them online at ConnecticutSA.com. And you know the jingle? Sing it with me. It's the last water softener you'll ever own. Call 656-PURE, Connecticut.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Thursday on the Morning Huddle, tick, tick, tick. What you're hearing is that clock. MLB's trade deadline is just a week away. We'll look at what should happen.
Yeah, what are the Astros and the Rangers going to do? But also, we got training camp. It's football season, baby. What's up with Micah? What's the latest there? Don't be late. Party starts at 6.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Morning 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Circa Million and Circa Survivor are back with a massive $21 million in guaranteed prizes. Circa Million. Pick 5 games against the spread each week. 126 ways to win with $6 million guaranteed. Circa Survivor, 1 pick a week. No point spread. Last the longest to win it all. $15 million guaranteed. Enter in Nevada, play from anywhere. $21 million guaranteed. Visit circasports.com for details.
Lowe's knows big savings make a big difference, especially when you're shopping for appliances. Hurry in to get up to 30% off select major appliances. Plus, My Lowe's Rewards members get free delivery, free haul away, free installation and parts on purchases of $2,500 or more. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 7/30. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Price, delivery time, and vehicle availability may vary based on order size and location. Exclusions apply. See Lowes.com/delivery for more details.
Eat up, buddy. It's almost time for school. You take charge of your home. You take charge of your work. Don't forget to take charge of your gut health too with Nature Made probiotics. Nature Made has clinically studied probiotics that work with your digestive tract's natural bacteria, so you won't miss a beat in your daily routine. Find us in the vitamin aisle. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
When it comes to keeping your pumps running smooth, L&S Pump Repair has you covered. 24/7 on-site service for saltwater disposal and pump repairs. From Quintaplex to H-Pumps, they've got parts ready and the skills to get you back in the game fast. Need a whole new pump package? L&S builds custom skid packages too. Don't let knocking pumps or slow flow slow you down. Call L&S Pump Repair 936-853-3810. Keep your flow strong, San Antonio.
You know the Roo Pub is proven to be the best place to watch games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the fights, and when you show up at the Roo Pub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch a game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
Don't let pain hold you back from living your best life. I'm Dr. Jason Garrett with Arasti. At Arasti, we're dedicated to providing fast, effective relief from pain. Whether you've been dealing with a chronic discomfort for years or have recently suffered an injury, our goal is to help you recover quickly. Our treatment is all natural, non-invasive, and covered by most insurance plans. With convenient locations nearby, relief is just a call away. Visit Arasti.com. That's AIRROSTI.com. Arasti, we fix pain fast.
Looking for a place with character, cold drinks, and real Texas charm? Pull up a chair at the Lion and Rose in the Dominion. This local favorite, run by the Tharp family, serves up Southern hospitality, military pride, and seriously good food. Happy hour daily from 3 till 7 p.m. with $2.50 drafts, select wine, wells, and mimosas. Plus, tasty bites from just $5. Big screens, bold flavors, and a patio made for post-game hangs. Now open at 23330 West I-10. The Lion and Rose.
Hey, it's Rob here. Join us at Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuits today for a fun house tour. Enjoy free food for your pets and all you owners out there. We got raffles, we got giveaways, and so much more. Today from 2 to 6, Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit right off 35 in Selma.
Dad! What's that?
What will training camp look like under new head coach Brian Schottenheimer? Will it be tough and hard-nosed, or are we in Camp Cupcake? We're breaking it down live for you in Oxnard, California. San Antonio Sports Stars coverage of Dallas Cowboys training camp brought to you by AA Best Bail Bonds and sponsored in part by Southern Recipe Pork Rinds, Jim Beam, and AARP. Starting Monday morning live from Oxnard, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You know, people are just kind of weird. See the story that just came up on my essay? San Antonio man accused of living with wife's corpse, now charged with murder. What the hell?
Well, I mean, if you've got her in the freezer,
cheaper to keep her, right?
Well, I mean, you know, are the checks still coming in, or if you haven't reported her missing, and you know, I would assume, I hope in the freezer, but if nobody knows, you're not getting arrested for murder. As soon as somebody knows.
I mean, at some point in time, you got friends. Hey, where's Ethel been?
Ethel? You know? I mean, that really feels like a Florida story. That was in San Antonio?
That was in San Antonio.
Yikes.
Jeez, that's crazy. That's crazy. We're at the Blue Bonnet Bunk and Biscuit. We are live broadcasting, obviously, till 6 o'clock. You are free to come out here. Please come out here. We got food for you. We got food for your dog. We got giveaways. We got all kinds of stuff. So come on out here. It's right off I-35. Just put it in your GPS. You can come out and see us at Blue Bonnet Bunk and Biscuit. Now, we're waiting on Clarence Hill.
Yeah,
he's going to join us here in a few minutes.
Trying to track him down, obviously, with practice going on and whatnot. There was a fight at practice today, and George Pickens left practice, although it looks like it was just a cramp. Which I guess you could deal with, although in 70-degree weather, you don't see a lot of cramps.
No, you really don't.
out in Oxnard. But something to keep an eye on. And I do have to credit RJ Ochoa from bloggingtheboys.com for an actual realistic tweet. Somebody tweeted it. What it's all about. I mean, that's kind of the way it rolls, right?
I remember we were here last time we took a tour of this place, and those dogs living high on the hog. Absolutely.
Clarence Hill is ready. All right.
All right.
Well, let's talk.
Let's talk to Clarence Hill.
All City Dallas. Joining us now on the Buyers Barricades guest line. Clarence, it seems like it's been an eventful couple of days to start training camp. Let's start with what we saw today. One, a fight in practice, and Pickens with a cramp. Can you give us an update on the two?
It's a cramp, man. It's a cramp in football practice. Cramps happen, and that's part of it. He got the. I mean, cramp happens. Cowboys camp, okay? That's not difficult to do. Pickens has had a good camp so far. More importantly, Pickens has struck the right chord. Everybody, listen to Dak. He has certainly put his best foot forward and saying the right things, doing the right things. He talked about wanting to first start here. He and CD have been fast friends. He's made a nice connection with Dak. Shotty's impressed by everything he's done. Whether that bad boy image or whatever it was in Pittsburgh, that has not shown up. And so he's had a good start to camp. The Cowboys these guys are competing every day. That's just been the motto. They've been physically. Shotty talked about having a physical camp. These guys are eager. The bad news is they're in shorts and T-shirts, so to speak, and you don't want guys going to the gown. You don't want guys throwing punches, but you do like the intensity. They've been energetic, and they've been intense. And, yeah, that was a big little brawl today. And Shotty called them together and with some curse words and told them they do that junk again, he's going to kick them off the field. But, yeah, that's been part of the tenor of camp, being physical, being competitive. Now, do they have players that can play? Can they win the postseason? That's two different conversations.
Yes, it always is it not? Oh, Clarence, I've got to ask you, because we see Shotty on the podium, and he says all the right things. He's got the family, the culture, all this stuff. Is he different on the practice field? Is he different on the podium and practice field? Because I'm happy that he chewed those guys out today for fighting on the field, but he just seems like it's like, father knows best when he's on the podium.
Well, I mean, he's going to say the right things. He's trying to strike the right chord. It's all this leadership and right kind of guy stuff. It's no different than what Garrett was doing back in the day about having the right kind of guy and stuff like that. Everybody wants leaders and the right kind of guy. And so, yeah, he says the right thing. He's passionately, been working on the NFL environment since his dad was coach. And on the field, everybody loves him. They love, his new offense and the motion. Everybody wanted motions and pre-snap motions. We're getting pre-snap motions, guys. Okay? You're getting pre-snap motions and all that stuff that every armchair offensive coordinator that said it was wrong with Mike McCarthy's offense, even though Dak, they were always in the top five when at least, 12-5, and Dak had the best year of his career under Mike McCarthy. But somehow Mike McCarthy doesn't know how to call plays and run offense, and now a guy who was never as good as Mike McCarthy calling plays and run offense is going to make the difference. And so he's giving everybody what they want, pre-snap motions and doing things different, under the center, the pistol and everything else, all the new things that they're doing in college. We're going to have some of that here as well. So, again, so far so good. It's 2 days into camp. Okay, don't get passed on to a Sunday. Got a lot of guys that are eager to show what they can do. A lot of guys in contract years. Michael Parsons still doesn't have his contract. You still have questions at cornerback. Mozzie Smith is down to 300 pounds again. Can't wait till you guys get out here. Y'all coming?
Yeah. Well, we get there Saturday. We'll be there on Sunday for that first batted practice, and then all next week. And yes, Clarence, we will have steak night at some point next week at the Beach House.
It seemed like y'all kind of timed it to come this during the media party, because they're gonna have the media party at Noble during your time.
I mean,
I don't know how y'all managed this to come during the media party.
We have sources.
We plan. Well, to be honest, I mean, we look at. I mean, it does factor in, but like last year, we didn't make it. We like to be there when the pads are on, because you can learn something. It's one thing to see guys in shorts and running routes, but the physical nature of things, and that's something that Brian Schottenheimer's talked about. He wants to be more physical, but also do it responsibly from a just you've been around. You were there with Garrett. Then when Mike McCarthy took over, we talked about all the different changes to what we saw at training camp. Anything really noticeable under Schottenheimer? Because the schedule looks a lot like McCarthy's versus Garrett's, but anything noticeable over the first couple of days at camp that is different under Brian Schottenheimer?
Well, they don't have that dumbass mojo moment stuff. Can we start there? We're doing the dumbest stuff. The mojo moments. And you don't have the special teams coach on the microphone. 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes. All this.
That's hilarious.
That is funny.
Yeah, they're trying to be more energetic in practice, and the practice may be a little shorter because he's going to have the GPS numbers up running and getting excited and running from drill to drill like they're in Pop Warner. So everybody's excited, man. Everybody's happy running and a lot of energy. Can they play? Can they play?
Well, not everybody's happy. Micah Parsons didn't look happy yesterday, Clarence. And I know you've got a great relationship with Micah Parsons, and it sounded like back in March this thing was going to get done and everything was there, and now it looks like it's about as sideways as it's been.
Well, until it's not. I mean, you know how these things go. Everybody's mad until they sign the deal. Then we're having Zico T-shirts, and everybody's having a kumbaya party. You know how these things work. It's negotiating, and as I said yesterday, and I've written that, Jerry Jones may have met his match as far as playing the media game, because Jerry had his say on Monday and put his side of the story out there. And Micah says, Diggs, let's talk to the media on Tuesday. Watch us work. Watch us use the media. Watch us talk directly to the fans and get our side of the story as well. I can play the media game just like you can play the media game, Jerry. I can get my side of the story out there. He did that. Michael wants his deal. He's frustrated he hasn't gotten it done, but he's not unhappy. I mean, he knows deep down that whenever he signs, and we all know that Cowboys always sign their guys, he will be the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history. He knows that. It's just a matter of when.
Well, it is. And again, now that we're at camp, they're in Oxnard. But as it was reported yesterday, as Micah said yesterday, Mulligetta has tried to call the Cowboys front office, and they're either not picking up or not calling back. Are you surprised now that everybody is in Oxnard that there hasn't been at least some positive conversations in trying to move this ball forward?
Well, we just got to Oxnard on Sunday, and this is the breeding ground for things to get done. And so just like with anything, the ball will get moving as we go through training camp. And Jerry would tell you, I don't need Mike out there practicing because he might get hurt. I want him for the rest of the season. Kind of stuff he said during CD is that, what do you need to see from Mike in practice? He has this little back injury that probably won't get healthy until he gets the deal. It's going to keep him off the field, but he's here doing the right things, saying the right things, cheering up his teammates in meetings, on the practice field, doing the things that Jerry said he wanted to see from him. But I would suspect that as we move through camp and move through the preseason, that conversation will be had and this will get done.
Now, Clarence, you know Jerry about as well as anybody. You've been around him for a long time covering the Cowboys. Does Jerry just kind of enjoy those press conferences and enjoy kind of, I don't know, for lack of a better word, playing the tough guy?
He enjoys the press conferences. He enjoys the media. He enjoys playing the media. And he enjoys, let's be honest. The Cowboys led first take in SportsCenter for the last 3 days. First it was Tyler Smith saying we're a Super Bowl team, then Monday was Jerry Jones, and Tuesday was Michael Parsons. He loves people talking about him and the Cowboys. He loves talking about Landman, and he enjoys giving the media what for. You can't write nothing that's going to upset me. I've danced with the devil. I've seen it all. I paid the price to be the GM. You got your little pencil ain't gonna faze me, right? He loves talking Landman. He loves I think these press conferences he likes to go viral. He wants to see what he can say that's gonna get everybody, shucking and jiving and laughing, and it's gonna make the SportsCenter or somewhere else or go viral because that's what he did. That's what happened.
Absolutely. Clarence Hill from All City, Dallas, joining us here on the Blitz on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. Being serious, Clarence, Jerry looked better at the press conference the other day, sounded better than he did last year or whatever. Have you noticed anything different about Jerry? He looked good, looked healthy.
Well, there was a time we had the mind of a 40-year-old. That was like 10 years ago when he said he had a mind of a 40-year-old. He's 82. He looks good. He's feeling good. His health is good. And there was a time when he did have some health challenges. But yeah, he's just Jerry has it good. I mean, I wrote the other day that I don't know if Jerry has the same hunger as Cowboy fans who've never seen the Cowboys be champions. He's got 3 Super Bowls. He's in the Hall of Fame. He has the richest franchise in all of sports. He has a stadium that's the envy of the world. No, they haven't won in 30 years, but they have won. He does have it in his memory, but he can't sleep good knowing he got 3 titles on his resume. He has a Netflix thing coming out. He's on Landman. He's still as popular as ever. He's living good, feeling good, doing good. What does he have to be mad at?
Well, and that's a great point. While Cowboy fans are frustrated because nothing's happened in 30 years, I guess you're right, Jerry. He's got all those things in his back pocket, and as you said, I mean, it doesn't matter what's going on with the Dallas Cowboys. They're always leading ESPN for some reason or another. So the Cowboys are still the most talked about football team in the NFL.
Still, and that still makes Jerry money.
Yep, absolutely. Clarence Hill, All City Dallas here on the Blitz. Looking at different players, and obviously the star players we know everybody wants to talk about, but I've noticed, especially on your tweets, a couple videos of Jonathan Mingo, somebody that most of us have probably forgotten that's even on the roster. He looks like he's had a pretty decent start to camp, no pads on yet, but could he actually be an impact player for that receiving corps?
Well, I mean, there are 2 impact players in the receiving corps. There's CD and George Pickens. Then we got to see who else is going to get the rest of the ball. Jake Ferguson is going to be a big part of that. I think that they want Jadon Blue to catch the balls at the backfield. They're certainly going to use the running back as a big part of that. And you forget Jalen Tolbert, led the team in touchdowns last year. So you got Jalen Tolbert. They really want to get Cavante Turpin and make him a part of the offense as a running back, receiver, get him the ball because of such an explosive player, and then you have Mingo. So that's the list. I mean, that's the core of the receiving core, how they fit, who plays special teams, who does all those other stuff. But yeah, Mingo has caught the ball when it was thrown to him. He hasn't stood out, but he's made some plays, which he wasn't here in camp last year. He did nothing in really his first 2 years in Carolina. So he's shown that he can catch the ball when thrown to.
Clarence, I got to ask you real quick about Trayvon Diggs. Have you heard of a timeline for this guy that he might return? Has there been one mentioned at all?
Well, I mean, I go back to when I was talking to Steven and the guys way back in February, March, and they don't expect it for the start of the season. And so you're talking September, October, all that's on the table, I believe. But he's not ready to go. He won't be ready to go in camp or in the preseason. And that's the thing about it is that, yes, it was in his contract. But they understood that it'd be different if he was contributing, if he was playing, if he was healthy enough to bond with his teammates on the field. They understood that he has a major knee injury and he had a major rehab. And he was going to someone, the one to go someone he felt was going to allow him to come back and be the best he can be, not just for this year, for the remainder of his career. And that's his focus. And if that's worth $500,000 to the Cowboys to prove a point, it is what it is. And certainly but that was more important to him than necessarily going from $10 million salary to a $9.5 million salary. But we made it about leadership. But I don't think it's a lack of leadership because he was trying to get himself in the best health that he can with the people he trusts the most.
Clarence Hill, All City Dallas. Make sure you follow him on Twitter at Clarence Hill Jr. Read his work there at All City Dallas and subscribe. There's a special you guys have going right now, $3 a month. So it's $34 for the year. You can't beat that for the great Cowboys coverage that you provide there at All City Dallas. Clarence, appreciate you jumping on out there in Oxnard. We'll see you this weekend.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
Good stuff.
All right,
Clarence
always
Hill
good stuff.
Jr. on the Buyers Barricades guest line, where they provide traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond online at buyersbarricades.com.
Good stuff. And, you wonder about Clarence. Clarence has always been a player-sided guy. I mean, he's a fair reporter. There's no question, but he sides with the players quite a bit. The Trayvon thing, I'm not sure that I completely agree with, but we'll have some debates, as we always do when we get out to Oxnard.
Absolutely, we do. And then a lot of them, there could be a bottle of something involved.
There
and,
always is.
Around the table at steak night.
Yes, always is.
Yeah, good stuff.
It's always good stuff. Speaking of good stuff, we're at Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit. That's where we're at today until 6 o'clock tonight, of course, when the Blitz ends. But it's right off of I-35 here at Selma. If you get a chance, make your way out here. It's Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit. We continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
If you're having any issues at your house with your plumbing, your AC, there is one company to call, and that is Quartermoon Plumbing, Heating, and AC. 210-651-5899. 651-5899. At Quartermoon, they are experts at worst-case scenarios. Big job, small job, residential or commercial. Their service trucks are always stocked, and they have all the equipment needed for any job. No commission sales reps. They'll provide estimates, second opinions, and they have a great experienced staff that has earned an A-plus ranking with the Better Business Bureau. So call Quartermoon, 210-651-5899, 651-5899, or online at quartermoonplumbing.com.
From the San Antonio Sports Star Studios, sponsored by George Salinas Injury Lawyers. This is KTFM Floresville.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on home insurance by checking Allstate first.
Hold it.
Like to check the assembly instructions first.
Hold it.
Before building the bookcase.
And done. Whew. You can let go.
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Not available in every state. Potential savings vary. Allstate Vehicle and Property Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Are you ready for the all-new Hot Wheels Monster Trucks Live Glow and Fire? Come watch your favorite Hot Wheels Monster Trucks fly, crash, and smash. Thanks to Good to Grow, kids' ticket prices half off. Coming July 26th and 27th to Frost Bank Center in San Antonio. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Since 1993, Thomas J. Henry dedicated himself to building a firm that injured clients can trust and respect. A firm backed by a track record of success and a commitment to our clients. If you've been injured, trust Thomas J. Henry. San Antonio, Texas.
Eczema flaring up again. We have good news. Exoderm. If you or someone you love suffers from eczema or dermatitis, get Exoderm, the common sense answer for eczema. This stuff really does work. Exoderm contains the #1 doctor-recommended ingredient in a clean hypoallergenic cream with no harsh additives. Take back control of your eczema with affordable, fast-acting Exoderm Flare Control Cream. Exoderm. It's in the first aid aisle of your local Walmart, H-E-B, and other fine stores.
Hello, Connecticut. May I help you?
This is Bill Tyson. Is this my Connecticut Pro?
Yes, Mr. Tyson. What can I do for you?
Calling from Yellowstone National Park. Old Faithful just erupted and reminded me I didn't set the vacation bypass in my Connecticut water conditioner. Would you run over to my house and set it? I've hidden the key under my door, man.
Well,
I forgot to set the bypass last year. I had that other brand, and the software used up 4,000 pounds of salt in a week.
Mr. Tyson, relax. With your new Connecticut, there is no vacation cycle or any worries about salt. If you don't use any water, your Connecticut won't either. We not only believe in saving salt, but also in saving water.
Would you go over and unplug it then? I'm trying to conserve electricity.
You forget that your Connecticut doesn't use electricity either. There's nothing to plug in. And don't forget that your Connecticut is also completely automatic.
Mean I can relax and enjoy my whole vacation?
That's right.
This is great. I've got Old Faithful here at Yellowstone and an Old Faithful in my Connecticut water conditioner at home.
The last water softener you'll ever own. Connecticut.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Well, if you thought about going to a North Carolina Tar Heel football game to see Bill Belichick, forget about it, or you're going to have to pay somebody else to get a ticket. There are no seats remaining at the box office. The school announced today that all season and single-game football tickets are sold out, the earliest point ever for the program to be sold out. And Texas A&M's mascot, Reveille, had to have her right eye removed because of glaucoma. Officials say she's resting comfortably and will be ready this fall.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the third time in 7 seasons the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Not only is it the Blitz, it's Hump Day.
Hump Day.
Yeah. Happy Hump Day, everybody. And the good news for you, if you get off at 5 o'clock, congratulations. You made it. You're off, and Hump Day is just about over, and you're sliding into the weekend.
Sure.
That's the way it works, Minix. I'm Joe Reinagel, Jason Minix. James Pledger back at the studios in his glass box of fun. We got Nick Trey running the controls out here. A little less grumpy than grumpy-ass Greg Shelton.
Just a little.
Little bit, yeah.
I mean, that's not like Nick has a nickname like Smiley.
Well, I mean, he's a pretty happy guy. I've never seen Nick upset. You just say good morning to Shelton and he bites your head off.
Well,
that's kind of what happens.
I mean, that's his charm. Ask him.
His charm.
I mean, you look at it and you go from there. Wild, interesting stuff. The Reveille story is bizarre to me.
Why is it bizarre to you?
Dog lost its eye, which is sad. I would like to think, being at the veterinarian school that Texas A&M is, that they were treating the glaucoma until it just got to the point. But it's talking to some people here at Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit, including a vet tech, it had to get pretty severe to actually lose an eye. But most of the time, you would notice it and treat it with medication early and avoid that.
Well, typically that's what she said. There are some cases where that doesn't even work. But I'm trying to give the folks at Texas A&M the benefit of the doubt. But it's going to be weird seeing a one-eyed dog running around as your mascot out there.
Although in reality, I mean, because it's an awful story. You don't want to see any dog lose their eye. But, just asking a vet tech here, I mean, what do you do? And she said, generally it gets sewn shut.
There's no patch.
So no patch. Because that's why I was like, do you get a fake eye for a dog? Can you do that?
Put a marble in there?
Yeah, well, I mean, glass eye.
Yeah.
I mean, something. It's Texas A&M. They're trying to figure out ways to raise money. I mean, what would a sponsorship, an eye sponsor, be at Texas A&M?
Yeah, it's a great question. I mean, they spent $50 million on athletics last year, so they might need some money. It's going to be interesting. Poor Reveille, apparently, by all reports, is doing just fine. Now we'll be ready for the football season, but it's kind of a sad story. And since we are here at Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit, we were asking the folks, and it's weird with all those folks there, Jason, that they couldn't save the eye.
Well, I mean, and again, you would like to think that they would have noticed right away and treated it, but talking to a vet tech here, there are people that never really notice until it's too late. But the symptoms seem like you would notice right away, because I promise you that dog is very well taken care of. And so it must have been bad for them to get to that point. But as everybody is reporting from College Station and what the school has announced, Reveille will be ready. She will be ready to go for that season opener against UTSA.
Well, and I mean this, I'm not trying to be funny, but it's going to take her a while to kind of navigate you just think about it. Just walk around for, a couple hours with one eye closed.
Dogs are amazing. She might
they're great.
She might be just fine. I mean, you see dogs lose a leg and, all of a sudden, and every dog, 3-legged dog is called tripod, but all of a sudden, they're running around like nothing.
Like it's nothing, yeah.
They adapt a lot easier than we would.
Well, perhaps, I hope everything's fine and they're going to have to let her outside and walk around. I guess she'll be able to go pretty quick. I mean, it's just an eye, right? It's
just an eye.
I say it's not like, she can't still walk around.
It's not going to affect her driving.
Well, no.
I mean, it probably won't affect her balance.
It's going to take her driver's license away? Is that what's going to happen?
I mean, like if Rob Thompson lost an eye, then that would be...
Reveille, yes.
Yes. Rob just walked in, of course, with food and heard what we were talking about.
Well, it looks pretty good.
Well, and
empanadas.
A&M marketing. All of a sudden, you get T-shirts with the dog with the eye patch, the Pirate Aggies. I mean, only if Mike Leach had coached at one point at Texas A&M.
It would have been great, but we were surprised, Rob. That Reveille.
Rob doesn't want to talk to you right now. He's trying to eat an empanada.
Well, no, but I mean, isn't it a veterinary school?
It's a vet school.
And they couldn't save that eye.
It's a weird story, right?
Yes.
I only know what I've read today, but the handler saw that she was in some kind of distress and turned out glaucoma and then some kind of tissue behind, and it was removed.
We need you to investigate with the veterinarian underground.
There is a vet underground, yes.
What the real story is here, because the vet here at Blue Bonnet Bunkin' Biscuits, and generally there's so many signs and it could be treated.
Well, I thought the same thing,
and I'm thinking at a vet school, how does this happen?
I agree. There's got to be more to it, because I think I'd notice if my dog was having some kind of eye cloudy and distress,
yes.
Especially a dog like that. I mean, she's the commander of the whole thing.
I know
that she's Reveille 10. We've only had 10 of them, and there was no schedule for another one. What do
you mean no schedule for another?
Well, I mean, she's supposed to head on for another couple of years, and then we go out on this grand search. Or
there's not a backup ready to go.
I don't think there's a number one. The first.
Rev in waiting.
Yeah, if Rev is unable to fulfill her duties,
is
the
Rev,
first alternate can step in.
Is Rev always a her?
Yeah,
really.
I believe so. I'm speaking out of my. I don't
know this.
I think it is. I've never known. I didn't go to fish camp. I transferred in. I didn't start there, so I had to learn all this stuff. To my knowledge, they've always been female. They haven't always been collies, but
all right.
But she is now.
Well, I was glad they mentioned that in the article I read, or I would have said he all the way.
Well, she's the commander.
All right.
And very well taken care of.
Oh, my gosh. And the legend is true. If she barks in class, it's a walk. You get to leave.
What do you mean if she barks in class?
Reveille is minded by a couple of corporals on campus that she lives with them, and they take care of her. They're her caretakers. And she goes to class. And she is the highest ranking corps member. I'm not kidding. And when she sits in class, when I was there back in the early 90s, I heard it happen one time. But if she barks at any time, it's a walk. You get to leave.
Wow. So I'd be trying to piss her off.
Yeah, everybody does. So spraying her with water bottles like, hey, come on, I got a test.
Now, if you're the corpsman in
well, I say corporal. They're part of the corps, and a couple of the young dudes.
So if you're in the corps and you're in charge of Reveille, and she loses an eye, what's the punishment?
I know. I can't. Again, this is like unprecedented. I mean, under your watch, this dog got to the point where she had to lose an eye. These are a couple of kids minding a dog, but this is a dog that gets preeminent care.
I mean, this isn't A.J. Hoffman with the cat at the studio.
No,
right?
this is
much more serious.
It is. It's kind of... we've all had pets that have gotten sick and you just kind of let it go. But it is sad, and especially with a dog that has ready access to the finest veterinary care in the world. And it's not like we have to put her in the car. You walk across the street, it's right there. So
I'm guessing they come to her.
You'd think they would pull seriously. It's a very sad situation. But the reports are she'll be ready for game day.
She'll be ready for the fall. That's all that matters.
Hey, as long as you can. Are you hurt or are you injured? You're only hurt. We'll see you game day.
Exactly. She'll be ready to roll.
Cowboy up, man. We got UTSA coming to town. We got to get you ready.
That's it. Poor Reveille. She'll be fine.
Oh, she'll be just fine.
I mean, it is one of those stories. I mean, you can joke about it a little bit, but it is very serious because you're like,
wow, how did it get this far? Eye distress and cloudy eye. I've got Rev. I don't want to be held responsible. I'm going to the emergency vet clinic at 2 a.m. I'm calling them. This is not my fault.
I mean,
they'll throw you out of school.
I know you well enough, Rob. I could say this. Your dog got sick. Like Ryan Engel has spent thousands on knee repairs for his dog, right?
Well, my wife has. Yes.
Well, I mean, and I know Rob well enough. Well, you know what? I'll get another one that looks just like you.
Yeah, I love my dogs. I do, but you get the care, the max the insurance will pay. I love you as much as that monthly insurance will pay. You're not gonna get knee surgery, son. I can tell you that. We'll strap some wheels on your ass.
What about
put you in a wheelbarrow and let you run
about
around?
2 knee surgeries?
No. You're going to be a couch potato. I'll feed you. I'll take care of you. You're just not going to be able to run anymore.
Well, let me tell you something. If it was between me and that dog, my ass is outside.
And that's why 90% of these dogs are taken care of because the husband's like, all right.
Well, yeah, like, okay, what am I going to do? If you're happy, baby, that's all that matters.
I guess I'll drive Uber for the next 8 years.
That's all that
so
matters.
My dog doesn't run with a limp.
Hey, that dog could play cornerback for the Cowboys. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Yeah, whose knee's better? Your dog's or Trayvon Diggs?
My dog, I guarantee you.
She rehabbed a lot faster.
Damn right.
Although your dog's got it in the breed is called has bad knees, right?
Yeah, basically Habanese. Yeah.
See, these dogs have no tendons.
Well, the Habanese, I didn't realize this either.
That's really a dog named a Habanese?
Habanese. It used to be
I've seen the dog. I didn't know that's what it was
official
called.
dog of Cuba. These dogs actually come from Cuba, apparently, and they're very famous in Cuba.
They enjoy coffee and Domino's?
I suppose.
Good cigars.
Good cigar?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Now, this dog here that just came up behind me, if you're watching on YouTube, this dog is named Manu.
Manu.
Now, what we found out during the last break, it was a gorgeous dog.
Yeah.
But the dude that owns this dog is an Indiana Pacers fan and is mad at Ryan Egel because of all the crap Joe said during the NBA finals.
I was the only guy rooting for the Indiana Pacers. It was this guy. You got us mixed up.
I mean, which is fine. I mean, if you're going to be mad at one of us, be mad at Ryan Egel. I mean, I didn't correct him.
Well, I think you're safe from attack from that cutie. I don't think she's going to.
Yeah, that's a great dog.
You might get licked to death.
Yes, exactly.
So it was his wife, though, that named the dog Manu. Yeah.
Perfect.
You want to name him Tyrese, I'm sure, right?
Halliburton. You got to be able to scream Halliburton out in a crowd.
He said the next one's going to be called Reggie.
Reggie. Good to see you.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
Oh, that is awesome. That is awesome.
And, you're talking about the money you've spent on your dog's knees.
Yep.
The power that women have. I mean, here's a Pacer fan. Well, she wanted to name it Manu. Guess what we're calling it?
I'm telling you. So anybody out there that's laughing at me because I did exactly what my wife wanted to do, you're doing the same thing.
Well,
you know it. And if you tell me different, you're lying.
That's the truth.
Yeah.
We've all written that check.
Absolutely.
Dude, Keith on our YouTube, they have 4 Havanese dogs.
They're great dogs.
Yeah, Keith, get the pet insurance, dude, because the knees are going to go bad.
Yeah, please do that, dude, because we did not have the pet insurance. So our vet loves us, so we're like frequent flyers.
Are you kidding? I mean, those 2 surgeries cost as much as Pledge's new car.
I'm like A-list at my vet's office. So it's there's that.
There's no perk though.
No, there's not.
I want to take a look at this dog. How is it like Havana? That's like
Habanese. I don't know how you spell it.
H-A-V, probably if it's Cuban, Havana. So H-A-V.
Habanese. Yeah, Habanese.
Oh, there it is. Habanese dog breed.
Yeah. Has bad knees.
That is not what I expected.
No?
No.
She's a sweet dog.
Yeah, I would have thought something a little bit tougher.
No.
Some kind of island communist dog. I don't know.
This is Ryan Egel's
cigar
dog. Are
in
you
its mouth.
talking about?
Doing like Che Guevara.
Yeah, right.
There's a definition of purse dog.
This is a little fluffy thing. They're known for their silky long and soft coats and outrageous veterinary bills.
Right there in Wikipedia.
Yes.
They have drop ears and a built-in expiration date.
as we all do.
These only work 5 to 6 months. They're part of the Bichon family.
I have no idea what that is.
They're related to the Bichon Frise and the Maltese. Yeah,
okay,
there you have it.
Well,
what part of Maltese?
I will forget about that in about 5 minutes, probably. But yes,
it won't take
for
that
you.
long.
I appreciate it. That's great.
If you're watching on YouTube,
there you
Pledge
go,
just put up some pictures of Ryan Eagle's dog.
That's exactly what my dog looks
they
like.
all look
Pretty
alike.
much. There's a picture right up here at Blue Bonnet Bunkin' Biscuit, right there in the middle. That's a Havanese, I think. I'd have a memorial at my vet's office.
What's the dog's name?
Marley.
Marley.
Yes, and Marley is, like I say, the most important member of our household.
Again,
I rank down below somewhere.
A woman who has her priorities in order. That's why we love her so much.
What's the other dog's name?
Bailey. Yeah.
Well, I just call her the other one.
Yeah, the other one. Well, the other one is
Just
kind of
gonna walk the other one.
It's like she's getting old, can't hear. It's like just put her in the corner. She'll be fine.
Yeah.
You know, Marley though.
I have one of those.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. There's one over here that's kind of blind and kind of deaf, and
I think all the way deaf and kind of blind. So it's like
and loves Joe.
Yeah. Although they're getting mad at me over here because I keep petting the dog when he falls asleep. I won't go near him.
Joe has a type, kind of blind, all the way deaf.
It's perfect, and with no teeth.
It's ideal fit.
It's awesome.
Are we still talking dogs?
Well, I don't know. It could be. It very well could be. Hey, when we come back, though, the NFL's a monster, right? We all know that. They print money. Well, according to a public report from the Green Bay Packers, because they have to do that because they're publicly owned, revenue in the NFL has gone up. By how much? An enormous amount. We're talking about it when we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You know, as you're watching baseball tonight, you want to make those games a little bit more exciting. Make sure you download the Underdog app and start playing the Pick'em game. Great experience playing the Pick'em game, one of the leading places to make all your sports picks. You can play in Texas. Millions of fans have won billions of dollars making picks on Underdog. And all you have to do on your Pick'em entry is select higher or lower on predicted stats, home runs, strikeouts, total bases, that sort of thing. Play for as little as $1 and you could win up to 1,000 times your money. So download the Underdog app. Sign up with my promo code STAR to unlock a special offer of up to $1,000 in bonus cash when you make your first deposit. Again, use promo code STAR at Underdog.
Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See underdogfantasy.com/web/deposit-match-terms. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Thursday on the Morning Huddle. Tick, tick, tick. What you're hearing is that clock. MLB's trade deadline is just a week away. We'll look at what should happen.
Yeah, what are the Astros and the Rangers going to do? But also, we got training camp. It's football season, baby. What's up with Michael? What's the latest there? Don't be late. Party starts at 6.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Morning 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hi, my name's Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney and have been representing people injured in auto and commercial truck collisions right here in San Antonio, my hometown, since 1994. Getting into a collision can be a life-altering event. Your health and recovery is the only thing that really matters, and anyone that's ever been injured in a traffic collision will tell you that. How do you get the insurance company to pay? Simple. Call me. As your attorney, my job is to get you through this. The decisions you make immediately after a collision are the most important decisions you can make. If you call me as soon as you can after a collision, I will help you make the right decisions for you and your family. Remember, I do not charge for a consultation. Growing up on the southwest side of San Antonio, when Loop 410 was the edge of town, I know how overwhelming it could be to face a giant insurance company all on your own. Just keep it simple. Call me. My number is 210-900-0400. That's 900-0400. Or go to my website at lawyerforus.com.
Mike Rowe here with a quick question. Have you noticed cracks in your drywall, chimney, or exterior walls? I hope not, because if you have, they could be indications that you've got a much bigger problem with your foundation. That's where Groundworks comes in. They can honestly assess your situation and create a plan to stabilize your foundation.
Schedule your free inspection at groundworks.com/row.
Groundworks is the official foundation repair company of Texas Athletics. Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
The Lion and Rose at the Dominion, your daily happy hour spot from 3 till 7 p.m. 250 drafts, wine, wells, and bites from just $5. Big screens, bold flavors, and a patio made for post-game hangs. Lion and Rose at 23330 West I-10.
Vacation mode? Check. Don't forget your furry friend. Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit in Selma offers daycare, boarding, grooming, and more. Discounts for military, teachers, and first responders. Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit, where pets play, stay, and feel at home.
Lowe's knows big savings make a big difference, especially when you're shopping for appliances. Hurry in to get up to 30% off select major appliances. Plus, My Lowe's Rewards members get free delivery, free haul away, free installation and parts on purchases of $2,500 or more. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 7/30. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Price, delivery time, and vehicle availability may vary based on order size and location. Exclusions apply. See Lowe's.com/delivery for more details.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Hey, that's the spirit. Right now, we're celebrating free with a free STP oil filter when you buy 5 quarts of oil and free Duralast brake pads when you buy 2 rotors. Like always, free battery testing, charging, and recycling at every store. Celebrate free at AutoZone, now through July 28th.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-499-9102. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-499-9102. That's 800-499-9102. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Dude, I thought, is this a Richard Simmons video or what is this? What's this music? Like, put your hand over here and go up here.
You know this, dude. Come on. Good Lord.
I know this is the Blitz 94.1 San Antonio Sports. I think so. We're at Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit. That's where we're at. And you still got time to come out here and see us if you'd like to do that. We're right off I-35 here in Selma.
Now, you could also, because somebody just did this, take the time to look up their phone number and call Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit to tell us to stop talking about that damn dog.
Now, I don't know what dog they're referring to.
Well, it
Reveille
could be, or your dog.
Or my dog.
I'm going to assume that was somebody that didn't want to hear about Reveille.
So is that an Aggie with battered Aggie syndrome?
Well, no, because battered Aggie syndrome is, you know, if they get off to a good start, they know something bad's about to happen, and it generally does. I learned that the other night from Mike Elko himself. I thought that was a term that was made up by one Rob Thompson, but apparently it's not. But I would say, though, call us, 210-656-ESPN. I really want to talk to the guy that got mad enough to find the phone number to Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit and call them to tell us to stop talking about Reveille.
And they did. They passed along your message.
Yeah, well, there was laughter involved in there, but I mean, I find that I
find that hilarious.
Yes.
Wow, that must really have gotten under somebody's skin.
Well, what I'm really wanting to know, right, is, I mean, you got mad enough to call someplace, right? Was it Joe's dog and the amount of money he has spent on repairing his dog's knees. I mean, not many people have a dog that has had 2 ACL surgeries, right? I mean, but Reinagel has. He's happy about it. Not
I'm
really.
thrilled about it. You know, my wife is happy. Okay.
Yeah. Or was it about Reveille? But were you an Aggie and not wanting us to talk about it because it's an Aggie, or anti-Aggie that doesn't give a damn about that dog?
Well, that's a good question. I mean, there's a lot of questions there that we need answers to. So give us a call, or you can go to our YouTube page, San Antonio Sports Star. You can comment there. I'm just kind of curious now. I really am. Reveille's going to be just fine. We mentioned that. We're just wondering about the Aggie veterinarians over there, or the.
Well, I'm sure the surgery was fantastic.
I'm sure it was.
I mean, although if you're think about it. If you're at Texas A&M and you're a vet and you are doing some sort of operation on Reveille, wouldn't you be as nervous as, I don't know, some doctor that's having to operate on the president? Because that's essentially what you're doing. I mean, at Texas A&M, it's Reveille. You can't screw this up.
No.
Now, I don't know how hard it is to screw up if you're taking out the eye, because you're going to sew it shut anyway. But I mean, just the pressure that comes with that.
Well,
right?
I mean, it matters to Reveille. You know,
well,
if you're going to take my eye out, at least do a good job.
I mean, how are you ever going to know?
Well, I won't unless Reveille's in distress.
Well, she's asleep.
Well, I know, but when she wakes up, she's going to know it's like, what the hell happened to half the world?
I mean, it's like your night out at the bar and you wake up and your eyes are a little crusty. And
it's like, wait a minute. I used to see over to my right. I can't do that now unless I turn my head. So if that's what you were calling about, you call us again, 210-656-ESPN. Give us a call. We'd love to talk to you because we have questions, and that's for sure. The Green Bay Packers are a publicly owned company.
They are.
Right? So they have to release their public earnings. And they did that today. And there's a story out that the NFL national revenue went up this year by $1 billion.
Well, that's because the Packers say they received $432.6 million in revenue sharing, which means that with 32 teams, the NFL brought in a record $13.8 billion in revenue in the last fiscal year.
That is insane.
Now, if I'm Micah Parsons and I see that Jerry just got $432.6 million in revenue sharing, now, I don't know when that money hits your account as a team. You know, I don't know when they do their payouts or whatever it's called, but that's a lot.
Well, the fiscal year ended March 31st for the Packers. So I'm assuming the NFL has already distributed that money. So if I'm Micah, I'm seeing this, and if he's not seeing it, if I'm his teammate, I'm saying, hey, Micah, check this out. All right, the Jerry just made $400 and some odd million because the revenue in the NFL went up $1 billion.
No, and again, that's one of the things when we, in all seriousness, when we're talking about contracts and the amount of money that Mike is getting, or Dak or CD. It's always a percentage of the cap, right? Is a defensive end, an edge pass rusher, really worth $20 million more than the highest paid was getting 10 years ago, and probably less than that. But the revenues continue to explode, which means the salaries are going to continue to go up because it's a percentage of revenue on the salary cap, which I know we all look at, is this guy worth this? Is that guy worth that? I don't know if any of them are worth the money that they're making, but it's a percentage of revenue, which says, yes, they are worth that kind of money.
Well, and I will counter that and say, yes, they are worth it. They are the entertainers on the field, and they're the ones that are making that money. Jerry Jones isn't doing it. I mean, he's the owner of the team. He's trying to put a quality team on the field, as are all the owners. But it's the guys on the field that are playing. They're the performers. And, yes, they deserve a portion of the benefits that the league is making.
Again, 50% of the cap, right?
Yeah.
And so, I mean, it's a percentage of that. Now, everything else. Now, you look at profits, stadium, the number of employees. So on Jerry's side of the 50% on his revenues, you think about how many people are employed by the Dallas Cowboys that money gets distributed to. Now, none of them are making that. Plus, Jerry's got to make his. The stadium but you think about the revenue that is there. If you're looking at $432 million a team,
that's incredible. It's insane, is it not?
Yeah.
I mean, that is an insane amount of money. And just from one year to the next, your revenue goes up $1 billion. I mean, that's incredible. And it just shows how popular the NFL is. And look, a lot of that credit goes to Roger Goodell. I mean, I don't think the guy gets enough credit, although he gets paid very handsomely too. But I'm just saying, the guy has done a great job running the NFL, and all the stuff that they're doing in Brazil and Germany and London and all of that, bringing in more and more money. He's expanding the game, and it is just better than every other professional sports league right now.
Licensing, their TV deals, the grow, all of it's there. And yeah, Roger Goodell is the commissioner, and he does and should get a lot of credit for that. But a guy that we spend a lot of time bitching about also,
no doubt,
in Jerry Jones, the master negotiator that he is in his vision, which is why he is in the Hall of Fame. He's not in the Hall of Fame, obviously, as the general manager, but as the contributor, and his ideas, his thought process of growing and how it's going to go. And, that's one of the things that's going to be interesting when this Netflix documentary comes out, because when Jerry was buying the team, the NFL was struggling in a lot of different ways. And Jerry took some major risks there, but a lot of his ideas are what they are. I mean, he did have that slip of the tongue that one time when he said, I got to do all this and run the NFL. I mean, there was some truth to that.
He's always been considered the de facto commissioner of the NFL. I mean, he has.
I have the privilege and the opportunity to run the NFL.
Yeah,
he wasn't
Did I say
kidding.
that out loud?
Yeah. He damn sure was not kidding. But I saw that, and it's just incredible to me, the amount of money that the NFL is bringing in and how popular the NFL is. I mean, not just here in America, but now, I mean, gosh, it's going worldwide. Those people we met in London, met some people in London, Rob. You didn't hear this story. Maybe you did, but they were talking about how big the NFL has gotten. Soccer obviously is still the sport over there, but the NFL is huge over in London now, and it's just growing by leaps and bounds. That's for sure. And well, we see it by the revenue that is coming in. And we're still out here at Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuits, and you still have time to come out here if you'd like to do so. They'll give you a tour of the place, and you got to think about if you're going on vacation or going somewhere, or you need a daycare for your dog during the day. This is the place to be. Come on out and see us. We're here for a few more minutes, broadcasting live, and we'll turn to put a bow on this thing coming up here in just a minute. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Hey, have you made your plans for the weekend? You ought to. You ought to get there right now. I'm going to tell you exactly how to do it, the best way to do it, because I know you want to play some golf this weekend. It's going to be a beautiful weekend. GolfClubTexas.com. You just go there. Best rates are always online at GolfClubTexas.com. Go there, book your tee time for this weekend. Or it doesn't have to be this weekend. You want to play tomorrow or Friday or next Monday. They're open 7 days a week. It's different than a lot of places. But the good thing about the Golf Club of Texas is it looks like a country club. It feels like a country club. All the improvements they've made out there make it look just swanky, like a country club. And most country clubs are closed on Monday. Golf Club of Texas is not. They're open 7 days a week, open to the public. Look, if you haven't been out there in a while, you need to get out there. You won't even recognize the place. New sod, golf cart paths all over the place, zero-scape areas out there that just add beauty to the whole thing. They've even got some swanky new tee box markers out there that are just fantastic. And to put a cherry on top of all of this, the Tin Cup Bar and Grill is just spectacular. The food is fantastic. They've got any kind of drink that you can imagine, any kind of beer that you can imagine out there. It's just a great place to go before and after golf. Or if you just want to take your family out there, it won't break the bank to do that. Golf Club of Texas is a special place. You need to get out there. And you know exactly where it is, right there off Briggs Ranch Road off Highway 90. Whether it's for dinner at the Tin Cup or around with your buddies, How about your next tournament? Go check them out. Again, golfclubtexas.com is where you need to go. The Golf Club of Texas is the friendliest golf course in Texas.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and the Gomez Law Firm present the second annual Back to School Drive, Saturday, August 2nd from 11 till 1 p.m. or while supplies last at the Gomez Law Firm, 2943 Moss Rock Drive. Free backpacks and school supplies for all school-aged children while supplies last, so don't be late. Presented by the Gomez Law Firm, 2943 Moss Rock Drive. Sponsored in part by North Park Toyota, Centromed, Romo Door Supply, and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Lowe's knows big savings make a big difference, especially when you're shopping for appliances. Hurry in to get up to 30% off select major appliances. Plus, My Lowe's Rewards members get free delivery, free haul away, free installation and parts on purchases of $2,500 or more. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 7/30. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Price, delivery time, and vehicle availability may vary based on order size and location. Exclusions apply. See Lowes.com/delivery for more details.
If you could hear Old Spice Fiji Antiperspirant, what would it sound like? First, you'd start with Fiji Antiperspirant's amazing scent of palm trees. Add pure notes of fresh coconut and layer on 24/7 odor and sweat protection. You won't hear any dyes or parabens because with Fiji, you won't have any. So while your regular antiperspirant sounds like this, Old Spice Fiji sounds like this. Sounds like it smells amazing.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 and Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
With Progressive, you can reach customer service in the way that's easiest for you, by phone, app, or online. We know it would be great if we just magically appeared, but that's more of a genie thing, and we do insurance. But with us, you'd be like, well, it wasn't a genie, but it was great customer service, so that's nice. And sure, you probably would still like the whole 3 wishes thing, so if you meet a genie, you should definitely ask. But when you need us, contact Progressive by phone, app, or online. Just no genies. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Need assistance with door and window projects? The Home Depot can help. From inspiration and materials to ordering and installation, our free Millwork virtual apron service can get you moving and doing. Plus, we speak Spanish too. Our associates can help you tackle complex jobs without you leaving the job site, saving you time and money. Call us at 1-833-HD-APRON or visit homedepot.com/MVA. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
Transform your water with Connecticut. For a limited time, receive a free reverse osmosis drinking station, $400 off with a trade-in, and 0% interest for 12 months with approved credit. Don't wait. The offer ends soon. Call Connecticut today.
Are you ready for the all-new Hot Wheels Monster Trucks Live Glowing Fire? Come watch your favorite Hot Wheels Monster Trucks fly, crash, and smash. Thanks to Good to Grow, kids' ticket prices half off. Coming July 26th and 27th to Frost Bank Center in San Antonio. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com.
Hey, Joe Fortenbaugh here. Whether you're locking in your home run picks or riding with your favorite golfers this summer, ESPN Bet is your sports book for all the action. Go from checking stats on your favorite teams and players to placing bets in just a few taps. Plus, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet app and sign up with the promo code JOEQ to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
It's back to school season, and Clorox is donating 2 million disinfecting wipes to classrooms across America. Because back to school means things can get a little bit messy. Just ask second grade teacher Mr. Torres.
Put me and just one Clorox wipe on a team, we can take on crayon smudges, sticky fingerprints on every surface, sneezes on the door handle, juice box explosion by the sink, snack crumbs, and don't even get me started on the bathroom passes.
Clorox disinfecting wipes. Teacher's #1 wipe.
Think about it. Bathroom passes.
Clean feels good. Based on unit sales data.
We're having way too much fun out here at Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit. It's been a great day, no doubt about it. If you didn't get a chance to check this place out today, be sure and check it out. It'd be worth your time, especially if you've got dogs that you need boarded, or cats. I'm assuming they do cats too. There's cats pictures on the wall and
they
all
do
of
cats.
That. They do
take care of
cats.
They do.
All right.
I brought my dogs here. First time I ever brought my dogs back from a getaway, and they weren't exhausted and starving.
Really?
I mean, they came back. They were well fed, well bathed, and they'd been taken care of. You
Very happy. That's good. That's Rob Thompson, by the way, in case you didn't recognize his voice. I'm Joe Ryan. Jason Minix is here as well. And again, we're at Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit, and glad you're here, Rob. That's good.
And we'll talk some basketball in a moment with Rob, because we've been saying we were going to do that all day. But I want to, there's a lot of day baseball today.
A lot.
Was.
A couple of scores that I know. The Colorado Rockies shut out the St. Louis Cardinals 6-0.
That's embarrassing.
That really is. As bad as the Cardinals are, to lose again to the Rockies.
2 out of 3 to those.
Now, they turned the corner, the Rockies, man. They were pacing themselves.
Oh,
yes.
my gosh.
Well, ever since we were in Denver and, all of a sudden, we saw their fireworks show, which was better than their baseball team. And they said, we got to fix that. The Brewers beat the Seattle Mariners 10-2. And the Houston Astros knock off the Arizona Diamondbacks 4-3. So with Seattle losing today, the Astros winning, the Houston Astros have the best record in baseball in the AL.
Nobody cares. We'll move on. Let's go.
We'll check back in October.
Yes. The Astros are playing well. I have to give them their props. They're playing good baseball and look like they might be a factor in the postseason one more time.
Yeah.
That was hard to say, but I got it out.
I'm a little surprised to actually hear that, because of what you were saying during the commercial break was nothing quite like that.
Well, I said they probably cheated. They got a reputation for that,
Hey, my prize picks already came in.
Oh, yeah?
I've already won money before dinner.
Justin
under 4. And Spencer Strider under 8 strikeouts. Thank you very much.
Very nice.
You losing your voice, sir? Yeah, thanks. Yes, you're welcome.
I apologize.
There he's back.
I'm back.
Like Rob Thompson hit puberty this afternoon.
I was. I had one of the Tomalitos empanadas.
Yeah.
Worthy. They got their restaurants right across the street from the Mission Stadium down there.
Wolf.
The Wolf. And if you're by there, I highly recommend their empanadas.
Absolutely. You could, if you had to come out here today,
you got it for free.
Yeah, for free.
And Rob's going to get something to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I might join him.
Let's keep it down. My wife's cooking.
She'll never know.
You'll eat it like a good husband you are.
Well, we talked about what our dogs do for us. That's one of them.
Exactly right. Exactly
Sit
right.
and be quiet.
All right, Rob. The Spurs added a guy today, Lindy Waters III, and then they also signed David Jones Garcia to a 2-way contract. Good.
It didn't hurt. I mean, Lindy Waters was a very good college basketball player.
All right. Where did he go
4 years
school?
later, he's an Oklahoma State kid.
Okay.
Came out of Oklahoma. Reason I know so much about him is he was running in the circuit at the same time my kid was.
Okay.
So I saw him a lot of different weekends. Coming out, at least in high school, he was considered an equal, if not better, to Trae Young. He went to State. Trae went to OU. Lindy had some issues. He had a concussion, had some other issues. Ended up didn't pan out as well as you thought, but he always could shoot. He was always lean and always a hustler. So the Spurs got him because he can shoot, but they signed him because he'll play some defense. I mean, that's that's typical Spursdom. It's $1 million deal? He might not even be on the team, man.
It's a 1-year deal.
1 year, $1 million, and if it doesn't work out, that's it might work out. He's not going to play a role in this at all. I'm surprised by that name. Obviously, I think that he probably had opportunities other places, so I think they went and got a guy that 37% from three. More important than him, it really feels like the team makeup is there's a radical idea in the type of player, the body type that's going to fit this new style of basketball that Pop probably wouldn't have been all in on this. You know what I mean? Because now we've got a bunch of 6'6", 6'7" dudes,
right,
and a bunch of 7-footers.
Okay,
that's what we got: 6'6", 6'7", and 7 feet. And that's the modern game. 3 and D, defend the edges, be long, don't let the passes go more than one guy away. Get to defend the line and get out and go. That is the modern league, and we are putting those guys on the team. Now, hopefully they're the right guys, but we don't have the little 6'2" point guards. Those are gone. We don't have slow big men anymore. I mean, we got the big men we got can step out and shoot. Olynyk and Cornette can both step out and hit a three. Corner threes out there. Now, Cornette's gotten better, but they're not standing in the paint. They're not Jakob Poeltl going to be blocking shots. That's not who we've had. You think of the post guys that we've had for the last 20 years with Rasho and all those other guys, that's gone. Those guys don't exist on this team anymore.
And while they're not mirrors, obviously, of a guy like a Rasho or a Tiago, they're those kind of role players that understand exactly what they are supposed to do for this basketball team.
It's just a different physical type of looking team. Long, lithe, not a lot of slow-footed guys, not a lot of power, drop-step power players in the paint. No, these are our tough guys look like Isaiah Hartenstein now. Those are the pick and roll, pick and pop guys. It's just a very different looking squad.
And they've improved tremendously defensively, right?
That first and foremost. As much as we wanted shooting, they chased defense. And anything after that is when you sign David Jones-Garcia. You sign those guys, but they are I think they're very comfortable with the guys they have to play the defense that they want.
And you mentioned the Chupacabra. Finally gets a two-way deal with the Spurs. And I call him the Chupacabra. The first couple of games, he led the
just
team
a blank
in scoring.
picture.
And
ESPN
didn't even have a picture of him, but there was no even mention of the leading scorer in the game recaps. I mean, I didn't know who he was. I Googled him. I know that much.
We
now.
all do now.
Yeah.
And when we knew him first, he wasn't Garcia. He was David Jones.
Yeah.
So I think there was a little bit of confusion there.
Well, David Jones didn't have a locker.
People keep asking, what is he? Where did this guy come from? He reminds me a whole bunch of a guy named Michael Ray Richardson back a long time ago, who was just a bucket. Yeah. The guy there's some guys that can score on anybody in the world, and he appears to be one of those guys that has been gifted the ability to go get buckets. Now, it might be to the detriment of a lot of other parts of his game, but that is one thing I think that you can very comfortably say is if he plays and he gets 10 minutes, he will be a double-digit scorer in every game he plays.
Well, it's interesting that you say that, and Jason and I have talked about him, and I'm curious to know what your thoughts are. He's been with two other clubs on two-way contracts and he's been released both times.
And so he was with Utah and Golden State, right?
Philly, I think. Philly.
But Philly's been favorable to us. We funneled some. Remember, we got Bassey from them too. So sometimes it might not have worked out for them,
right?
But they knew the skill set matched here, and that might go back to the assistant that's sitting next to Mitch now, who was plugged into that Philly system. Brett Brown, who was up there.
Yeah.
But I do think that the way that they're acquiring talent is about fit, quarterbacks, all that. When you're a two-tool basketball player and you can shoot and defend, you can play anywhere. There's just got to be space. And I think he can, with Lindy in particular, is a two-tool guy. He can shoot and play some wing defense. And there's a space on professional teams to do that, but there's also a lot of dudes that look just like you.
Yeah.
And, he found a spot. Let's hope. He seems like I don't think he's going to – I keep trying to say he's going to be fine and all. I don't think he's going to be on the team, honestly. I don't think – maybe. I just don't think this is a long-term thing. It's a guy for camp, and if he plays well, they got him cheap. And if he has to leave, $1 million you find in the cushions. I mean, it's really not a bad buyout to go someplace else.
When I look at what the Spurs can still financially do in the roster spots that are there, and I look around, and I mean, I can look like everybody else on the available free agent list, and there's nothing exciting. Do you see them making another trade, another move, or with what you currently see, and if they just fill it with some guys to have on the end of the bench, some projects? Is this team, with what they have today, the 23rd of July, able to be a playoff team?
This is a 42-win team. This is a 500 basketball team.
So
they're
playing.
They should. Yeah, they're a play-in playoff team. There's, but the difference between a 6 seed and 8 seed is like 2 games.
Right.
So they're a play-in team for sure. They better be, and they should be right there. And I think they could fall out of bed doing that right now. I really do. I mean, you don't add a De'Aaron Fox and don't add 9 games. You don't get a Stephen Castle in year 2 and don't add another 2 games. So that's 11 games better. You don't get Wemby another year bigger, another 20 pounds, and don't expect that's 3 more games. So now you start adding games just on basic maturation. So I think this is a playoff team. They're not a good team yet, and I think there's some space to be had. I do think that $15 million apron, that first apron that they have available to you, that won't happen until training camp. There might be something. I think they're going to hold one that they might not use at all, but I do think one of those bigger number dudes will come available in camp. It's just going to be a matter of time before that happens. I don't see them going in using all those spots, but I do bet one of them gets used.
Now, how does De'Aaron Fox fit into that? Because there's been a lot
every penny you can afford to pay him, you pay him.
Well, that's what I say too. But there's been a lot of talk and a lot of chatter about
he's the best guy on our team.
I think that's absolutely correct. And so you give him a max extension.
The Spurs to be a small market team have to keep their promises.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They promised De'Aaron Fox, like, he had a no trade clause and he waived it. And I guarantee you they promised him, you're going to get every penny you deserve, because Sacramento could have paid him more.
Yeah.
So he will get every penny. I have no doubt in my mind.
Good. I hope so, because I loved the trade at the time. And I think, and he and Wemby really didn't have a chance to gel together.
And the gods smiled on you with a number 2 pick, and they went and got the best guy available, and let's let it play out. But De'Aaron Fox, as we sit today, is the best San Antonio Spur.
Amen.
You pay that guy.
Yeah.
So,
I totally agree.
No hesitation at all. And Dylan Harper, we expect greatness, but
you don't know.
He's an unscratched lottery ticket.
Right,
I mean, he's a high dollar lottery ticket. The odds are pretty high, but you could crap out. So I don't expect that to happen. But De'Aaron Fox will be an all-NBA type, and one of the top 3 point guards in the league, will be an all-star, and will be one of those top 3 NBA maybe third-team all-NBA point guard. He's going to be that this year.
What about Devin Vassell? Keldon Johnson. And I mean that in all sincerity, because, look, I was the biggest Devin Vassell fan there was. I thought it was a great move, but he just doesn't seem to know his role. He's a great player when Wemby's hurt and not playing, and when everybody else is hurt, and he's the guy. But when Wemby's there and he needs to be the 3rd or 4th option, he doesn't seem to fit.
Yeah, I think Keldon adjusted last year.
He did.
Keldon was forced onto the bench and changed his mentality, and I think Devin is going to have a little bit of an adjustment period.
All right.
I think he's going to have to adjust what he views as success with this team. And he won't lead the team in taking shots. He'll be the 3rd guy. And there'll be nights when he gets, plenty of shots, but no, he is now a bit part player instead of a lead.
That is Rob Thompson, the better half, or second half, I should say, of the morning huddle with A.J. Hoffman in the morning.
I got a lot more hair.
Well,
better hair.
You pick anybody more handsome than that guy.
Well, that's true.
Absolutely.
It's not hard. It's a low bar, but it's early.
They'll start at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning on the morning huddle. James Pledger, though, is going to take it from here. He's got extra innings with Pledge. We're going to be out at Retama Park tomorrow. I can't wait for that. Love going out to Retama Park.
Dogs to ponies.
Dogs to ponies. That's where we'll be. Extra innings with Pledge coming up next. We'll see all you guys tomorrow.
From the San Antonio Sports Star Studios, sponsored by George Salinas Injury Lawyers. This